The comics-related Madness presents Enter the Cromnyverse, an anthology featuring a little green dude with a bat.
Yeah, listen, it's me, Crom, the world's first real-life internet troll. So there's a whole gang of creators making an anthology starring yours truly. We're talking 15 creators, 13 stories, another 8 folks creating merchandise, all for your entertainment. Indiegogo is the place you want to go to back this glorious project. This anthology features my lovable self crossing over in today's best independent comic books and graphic novels, causing chaos everywhere I go. In addition, we're going to be offering custom painted shoes, black light tapestries, sketch cards, alternate covers, adorable crocheted mini-me's, original art, and sculptures.
Anyway, back at today, only on Indiegogo.
Secrets, trust, worth. The bond between souls intertwined within otherworldly intrigue. Michaela Jade brings forth the Elite Warrior series, a collection of dark fantasy romance novels set in a twisted world where power lusts in the hearts of men and devotion seduces the souls of women. Warrior's Secret, Warrior's Trust, and Warrior's Worth. Available now at authormichaelajade.com.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Volcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
The original intention of the film was just for my personal use, but I thought with it being such a unique thing that I'd like to offer it to anybody who wants to see it. On the first visit, Jack took us into his another room, a separate room, and there were these brown parcels full of artwork piled up, and he said to me, "You draw like I do." We were in the studio for 5 hours, you know, it was fantastic, and there's this, he's got this desk, and everything he's ever drawn has come from this desk, and then I would just go with the flow, and that's what this film is about. It's just a unique film of him.
He says, "I beat you." He says, "They say we came in under the dead heat." He says, "That's not true because I beat you." And the American said, "Well," he says, "if you like to think so," he says, "but I know the real story." He says, I know I clearly won that one." See? Well, Joe is 6'3", and I was a run. say, from the Lower East Side. And being Joe's partner was an advantage to me because Joe was believable. You know, they would talk to Joe, and the Goodman brothers would get to know him. Martin Goodman owned Marvel at that time. He went to his mother and he says, look, Jackie got a job drawing. He says, they're paying him for it. They're paying him money for drawing. He says, suppose I go with Jackie. He says, and he says, they'll pay me money. He says, I'll draw and they'll pay me money. He said, I'll give the money to you, which we did. We gave it all to our mothers. They called me from Nassau. You know, I lived in Long Island. And they say, would you like to come down and draw these guys in training? I swear, this is not a story. And I said, yes, of course, I'd love to come down. And,
Come get some.
Nothing unusual about a 4 a.m. call to a back alley in downtown Kenton. A young woman lying pristine and unmarked on the cold, hard ground. I get to work quickly, but there's not much to go on here. No marks of any kind, no signs of struggle, just a dead Vic in the middle of an alley. And then there's that. Dead body in a dumpster that looks like a grizzly bear has crawled its way out of his stomach.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
started thinking I was talking to the guys backstage muted the whole time. Oh, well. Rick,
Hello.
was I muted?
No, not that I know of.
You could hear me backstage when we were talking?
Well, I just got back on stage, off stage,
No,
because
I
I was originally talking on my laptop, but then it was about to die. So now that I have this phone, that's really not mine. It's charged fully. So now I'm back.
It's really not.
How's it going?
It's going good. How you doing?
I'm doing well. Doing well. Excited to have our guest come on. Very proud of him, and he's a good guy. I like him, and I'm proud of all the stuff that he's done so far.
He's also he's our dungeon master in my D&D game.
My dungeon master? I don't have a dungeon master.
He's my dungeon master in the D&D game I play, man.
Oh, God.
He's the game master. He's running shit over there.
All right. Well, you guys, I'm making my hamburger, so I'm good.
Doc is having technical issues, so we're just gonna see his lovely avatar.
Well,
is that Doc Blalock?
Can we hear?
Doctor.
Can we hear me at all?
Yeah, we can hear.
Yes, we can hear you, Doctor.
Come on.
Jim O'Reilly was first.
Hello, Jim O'Reilly.
Bones, damn it, Jim.
So,
boy coming in second.
I'm trying out a new headset, and I'm not so sure about the microphone. How does it sound?
You sound fine.
That sounds good to me.
Sound normal? How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I mean, it doesn't sound like a condenser microphone or anything, but you're good. It's good enough.
All right.
Doesn't have like some weird made in China feel to it or anything.
Which is
how does that work?
It was.
Okay. Yes. Allow me. Give me a moment. Sorry.
So we're here with Max Devill from Atrocity Press, and you guys know Machine Gun, Ninja Bimbos, Neo Tokyo. Holy crap!
Human Hunters.
You're all over the place, bro.
We know Max. Max is good people.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, Max. How are you, man?
I'm good. We do make a lot of books at Atrocity Press, and we've got more coming down the pipe for the rest of the year. We've got 2 more coming. We've got Ninja Witch, which is made by Amy Hunt, which is the artist Justin Hunt. That's his wife. She came up with the character. Me and Johnny Reed wrote the script. Fernando's doing the art. And Justin's taking care of all the covers and everything. We've got...
Yay.
I know we've got Justin and Courtney Rose. There's a few other people.
Pops, are you muted?
No, I'm just not saying it out loud. You know what's in the pipe, Dan?
Oh. I'll be right back, Pops.
Can I tell you, man? I don't censor my guests because I'm an advocate.
It's legal. I got a card.
Yep, it's legal where I'm at too. So.
Well, Max, can you tell us about what's going on with this issue of Mayor Machine Gun, please?
Oh yeah, here let me.
Before you do that, I want to tell everybody in about 2.5 hours, 3.5 hours, Max is going to be launching this. So I'm about to drop the link in the chat so you can go sign up real quick. Hit the sign up link real quick, and then when it goes live, you'll know.
Yep, in the first 24 hours, if you sign up, this is the first time we're releasing it because it's the day of. But the first 24-hour bonus is a 4-inch die-cut Mary Machine Gun sticker.
Nice.
Of Mary in her new outfit. So it's like not a tiny sticker; it's a big one. It'll be nice.
All right, so tell everybody a little bit about where Mary's been before we talk about where she could possibly be going.
All right. Well, she starts out in the very first issue. It opens up with her killing a vampire, and then she gets reassigned after she finishes that mission. She gets reassigned to the middle of nowhere in Kentucky to take care of this werewolf problem. They don't know how many werewolves there are. They just know there's at least one. And then she finds out through her investigation that there's a whole pack of werewolves. So
Oh no.
she starts taking out these werewolves one at a time. And then there's some issues with her boss that she comes up against, and ends up getting her boss killed, which breaks one of the tenets of the rules of the order that she's a member of. So
even in a normal job, that'll get you fired.
Yeah, that sends one of the internal magistratus, which is it's Latin directly for internal police. They send their agent Charlotte to take her out because that's the best agent that they've got. And Charlotte was actually the girl that Mary competed against to become a Templar long ago. So there's some bad blood between them.
Oh boy.
And then they end up getting into a fight. Mary loses. Valkyrie takes Mary to safety, and this is where we pick up on issue 3 is where Mary is healing from, then the Valkyrie is taking care of her.
That's fucking awesome.
Very cool.
And the Valkyrie is the blonde girl in the picture that you see here.
And issue 2 is not that long ago. I seem like I remember we launched it.
Yeah, we launched issue 2 over here, and it was wasn't that long ago.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Freemason into his house.
5.
I love it. I love it that you're cranking out product, man.
Oh, we're gonna pick it up. We're definitely gonna pick it up.
You should. I mean, especially with that amenity that you just received in Kickstarter. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, Kickstarter, with this approval, they've said that I can have multiple projects running at once. In comic books, that allows me to have 6 comic book Kickstarters running at once.
Nice.
So I don't think I'll need 6 Kickstarters running at once. Not yet, at least.
Well, now you can release them monthly if you really think about it.
Exactly. We plan on we got a couple more books that we're going to have. If we can get 6 books total a year, then that lets us do 1 a month. 1 Kickstarter.
That's
per
right.
month.
Yeah, that's incredible.
And then that'll give us 2 issues a year, and that'll be plenty. I think that'll be plenty fine.
That's fantastic.
Plenty of product. People can see all the cool stuff coming out of Atrocity Press with all of our awesome books. I mean, Mary Machine Gun is fantastic. It's obviously our flagship property. It does the best of any of our books.
Yes.
But, Human
Yeah.
Hunters, fantastic book.
I have not seen.
Just in the same universe.
Yes, Mary is in the same universe as Human Hunters. It's in the same universe as it's a working title called Grim, because there's already a book called Grim.
Mm-hmm.
But the character's name is Grim. So that's just the working title right now. That's in the Mary Machine Gun universe. Ninja Bimbos is not in the Mary Machine Gun universe. It's in its own thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, even if it wasn't, we wouldn't be there in Mary Machine Gun yet because the Ninja Bimbos book takes place in 2040.
Oh, okay. So it's a slightly future.
Yeah, it's a little bit in the future. I mean, there's nothing changed. It's all the same.
but it's like 18 years in the future. It's like, oh well, we just jumped 18 years ahead.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Are you considering a team up with any of your titles as you go along in the year 2024?
We are actually looking at crossing over some of our characters, but we want to introduce all of the characters that we have ready to introduce first. And maybe we'll like we've got a new character called Dark America, and she's going to be introduced through the next Mary arc. And then she'll have her own book.
Excellent.
After that. So, I mean, first off, it helps us to bring in a character to an already established IP. And instead of trying to start a brand new character, it's because it's difficult to start a brand new book. I mean, just to get people to to jump on board. I mean, Atrocity Press is getting we're getting reputation now, which is good because we're getting a good reputation.
Yes.
It's not like we're getting a bad reputation. I mean,
Well,
Ninja
it's consistency. If you don't mind me interrupting.
No, go ahead. And that's one of the things I always tell everybody when we talk in the little back chats and everything, when we're off airs and everything, and everyone's like, what are the things that'll help me be better? Because, we got people that are new to Kickstarters and stuff like that we're kind of helping out. And I'm like, it doesn't matter if you're doing Kickstarters, if you're doing YouTube videos, if you're making comic books, it's all consistency. If you can be consistent, you will grow.
Consistent quality.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And you guys,
that's absolutely true. That's fantastic.
Have that rep. You're not going to get a bad product from Atrocity.
Oh yeah, no, we have the Atrocity Press seal of approval. It's got a 3-person approval process. First, it has to be approved by Fernando, which is our art director, who does the art for Mary Machine Gun. It has to be approved by Johnny, who's my partner, my writing partner, and he's not my partner.
That was the last thing I would. That was the last thing I was thinking. With a guy like you, with the books you put out, that's the last thing that I'm thinking.
No judgment here, buddy. No judgment here.
And then I have to approve it. And usually it's by the time it gets to me and Johnny, Fernando has already made it fine. So our approval is just sort of a check the box type of thing. But it still has to go through that because there's sometimes when we were like, hey, how about we do a different way? Like this one is in Human Hunters. There's this one position where she's supposed to be falling through this vent, and the way it almost looked like she was jumping out. And can we change the position of the lady? And then
editorial oversight.
No, then it's fine, because
that's Mateus is for me. If she growls at a panel, it's no good.
Mateus he's a great artist and he's open to changes, which is very important when you're working on panels and sequentials.
Yep.
Well, I've been a fan since the beginning. That. Since first time I met you, Max, first thing that you did that I saw, I was like, oh, I like what this guy does. Even the controversial stuff.
Yeah. Here's Mary in her new outfit.
That's a great design.
Wow, I like that.
That's like a cross between old school, was it Miss Marvel? And
I see George Perez all over that.
Jane Foster.
Yep, it's Mary's new outfit for when because Mary becomes a Valkyrie in this book.
That's like Superwoman merged with friggin' that's like Superwoman merged with Beta Ray, with a hot version of Beta Ray Bill, though, with all that armament and all that stuff. And the costume reminds me. No, seriously, the costume reminds like her tunic reminds me of Superwoman from Earth 3. With the crime syndicate. A little bit.
When Fernando first revealed it to me, I was like, kind of looks like Wonder Woman.
A little bit. No, not really. I mean, not really.
Just I think it was the trim around the corset that made me.
It could be, it could be misconstrued as a W or something
Marvel.
like that.
That's it, Captain Marvel. That's that bikini costume that she used to wear. That's what that reminds me of.
Yeah, Captain Marvel's a hoe. Okay.
And of course,
I don't mean the actress who played her. I mean Captain Marvel.
Oh, I don't care. She's bad.
The old Carol Danvers version.
I love the old Carol Danvers. When she and Wolverine were best friends, that was the best version of Carol Danvers, man.
When Rogue stole all of her fucking power.
Did you ever see that issue, Max? The one when Carol Danvers' binary shows up at Xavier's mansion when Rogue is trying to be a member of the X-Men?
No.
Ooh. Oh, Walt Simonson drew that baby. Holy shit. That was nuts.
Pete, Jim
To a-
just moved from New York to Phoenix, so he's like 3 hours fucked up. He doesn't know what's going on. He's like, it's 1 o'clock. No way, it's 4 o'clock. No, it's 1 o'clock. No, it's 4 o'clock. He don't know what's going on. So
Isn't Phoenix in Mountain Time?
Phoenix is Mountain Time.
No, Phoenix doesn't change.
Because I was just because like if it's in Mountain
is Pacific when it's when it changes, it just goes back and forth. Everybody else changes. Phoenix doesn't.
Because I always thought it was funny because like there's Mountain Time, and no one ever fucking deals with Mountain Time. You never have to deal with it. It's only
Mountain Time is 7 hours behind me.
He's on Pacific Time right now. He lives in Arizona. He just moved to Arizona. It'll never change though, Jim. You don't never have to set your clocks forward. You don't never have to set your clocks back. Arizona gets it.
That is true.
But as we always give out the first 7 pages of Mary Machine Gun books because they've got so many pages. When we get
how many pages usually, if you don't mind me asking?
At minimum 32.
Okay, that's awesome.
34.
Okay.
I believe this book is 36 pages.
Okay, cool.
And then Mary's hanging out in the cave in Norway because where else would a Valkyrie hide out? And she's taking care of her after Mary's lost to Charlotte when they were fighting at the end of Mary Machine Gun issue number 2. And she's basically like, where's Charlotte at? And she's like, don't worry about her. You need to worry about healing right now. And then a week after Mary is lost to Charlotte, they got this, and it's Charlotte coming down, and she's taking out these werewolves. She's finishing up Mary's job. She's trying to prove to the Templar Order that she's the chosen one, not Mary Machine Gun. So she comes into the judge's house that Mary had tracked down the alpha werewolf at the in Mary Machine Gun issue 2. Thank you, Chris. Then it's got the 2 guys are talking about. It's like she's killing us left and right, and it's like, don't you think I know that? And then she kicks in the door, and let's go with that magical flintlock rifle. And I love this because it shoots the guy's eyeball right out of his head. In the script, it was just shoots him in the eye, but Fernando made it to where the eyeball's popping out.
Just the right place, right on the inside, right along the nose. Boom! Pop that sucker right out. I love it.
Oh God, ew! I see it. I see it, but he doesn't anymore. Ha 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 ha. Holy shit! God, I'm terrible.
Then the chair knocks him back, and she picks it up, and she tells the judge that you've been judged, magistrate, and she's here to pass sentencing. And then they have.
Oh my God!
The werewolf.
It's the wolf, man.
Yep.
What's the name of that character?
This is the magistrate.
The wolf is the magistrate?
Yep, he's the judge.
Damn, he's ripped.
Yep. It's not in the story. It hasn't been really released in any of the stories, but like, you know how you like, I don't know if you write, but when I write, I add a whole bunch of shit that just doesn't get added into it all. It just kind of like links everything together, and it's like just unimportant to the story, but it's important as to how or why some of these characters are interacting the way they are. Like the whole plot.
Well, that's character development there, Max. I mean, you're bringing the bits and pieces together, and what's great about that is that you're taking elements of it and you're introducing it, just in little bits and pieces as character development. People are understanding slowly but surely the means and the madness and the method to how these characters are going to interact depending on who they are. And that makes for a really compelling story because there's unexpected twists that no one believes or can see yet.
And, it's a comic book, so there's only so many pages that you could do this in.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't write prose where I can like sit there and explain everything. I'm just like, okay, what's really important?
I'll put this here.
It's like, what's really important?
Well, whatever it is, Max, it's working because it's working.
Oh yeah.
So,
and then
you should please. You're doing great, man.
Charlotte hamstrings the werewolf, and then they get ready to face off once again. And that's
the Rika pose.
So Peat says, wait till Max talks about his shipping. His books could be made of glass, and they'd show up in one piece.
Now your mic sounds funky, Doc. What'd you do?
Nothing.
It
just gets turned around and it's facing my chest. Let me switch these.
And this is our standard cover A by Fern Cord. It's got Mary and the Charlotte, or Mary and Carol, the Valkyrie.
All right, how are we now?
Good.
Vagina shot.
And then we've got Mariah Benez comes back once again. We always bring Mariah back because she's fantastic. And she's got Charlotte in this one with the candles and stuff. Fernando colored this one, and he is always so fantastic at multiple light sources. I mean, that's one thing that a lot of artists, their colorists, don't really get is multiple light sources. They get the main light source in the room, and they just kind of use it to light their piece.
Yeah, that looks great.
And then Fran Cord, who is our inker and the brother of Fern Cord, did this one, which makes Mary look just totally fierce and badass.
Mm-hmm.
So I love this. It's one of my favorite covers, and it's not even the sexy stuff.
Yeah, it's good foreshortening too.
Yep. Then we've got cover D, which is by Justin Hunt. It's got the explosive door behind Mary, and she's wearing her classic uniform.
Very cool. Very cool. Good color work too.
Yeah, that color work is by Gwen DeGaulle. Gwen A. DeGaulle, I think.
We don't even know.
Gwen. Her name is like G-E-G-I-A-U-T. She's like French Canadian. So I don't even try. I just call her Gwen. And then Gwen also colored this one, which is art by Greg Bo Watson, which is just great. I love this cover. It's got that J. Scott Campbell feel to it.
Yeah, I see that. I can see that.
Yeah. I dig it.
And Courtney Rose's cover. You can always tell from the Courtney cover because of the eyes.
That's beautiful.
And there's something about this cover that just draws me to it. I don't know what it is.
It could be the cross on the vagina.
Maybe. That is a very holy place.
I pray to it every night. Yes.
And then we've got the very Bruce Timm inspired Joel Souza.
I thought Bruce Timm actually did that. I was like, man, you got Bruce Timm to draw Mary Machine Gun, dude.
Joel Souza's work is very reminiscent of Bruce Timm stuff, and that's why I picked him, because I loved it. We almost used this for Mary Machine Gun 2, but I decided to hold it over for 3, and then we changed Mary's outfit in this one, so I had to who's got the vibrator?
I'm sorry, I couldn't wait till after the show.
So then we had to use all the covers that had her classic uniform now. So this is the most covers we've ever had before.
Nice.
And then we're going for the naughty cover, which is covered. But Mariah Benez comes and does the naughty cover with Charlotte getting in the Amaranthian pool, which is fantastic when you see it without the nope.
I love the nope instead of censored. Nope.
Then if you buy the naughty cover for every $1,000 for the first 4,000, so 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, we release a naughty print into 6x9 on cardstock, and these are done by Alexander Santana and Adam Ramos, the guys who do Ninja Bimbos.
Ooh.
And then we've got Mary near the confessional there holding the machine gun. And then we've got Mary by the alcove. I can't remember the name of it. There's a specific name for that. I'm a bad Catholic. I should know. I grew up Catholic, but I don't remember what it's called.
It's the nave.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
And I'm Baptist.
Then she's on the rooftop, which I really dig, kind of reminiscent of Batman. The coloring on this is really kind of interesting. Fernando said he didn't like the skin color, and I was like, it's nighttime, man. Come on.
I like
What time you pushing the button?
Yeah, the color is accurate on the skin tone.
Yep.
What time you pushing the button, Max?
I'm pushing the button at 6:30 p.m. Central Time.
So 7:30 Eastern?
Yep.
That's after midnight for me, so.
Oh.
That's a great panel.
And this one is the girls hanging out in the hot spring in Norway. It's the Valkyrie and Mary.
Very nice.
Nope.
And then we've got the cardboard stand-up of Charlotte, which is just like the one of Mary behind me.
You should make one like 5 feet tall or something for us short people.
And then we're re-releasing the Mary one that is behind me.
Uh-huh.
That one was pretty popular last time, so we're making sure everybody that wants one gets one. And then we've got the Mary Machine Gun character pillow, the pillowcase. It's just the pillowcase. You got to put your pillow in there because those pillows are.
Oh, does it have like a hole in it or something? Or
you do with your pillowcase what you want to do with your pillowcase. I'm just telling the pillowcase.
Rich, damn it. We can't take you anywhere.
What?
Can't take you anywhere.
What's up, Johnny Reed? Johnny Reed.
I'm not that weird.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, I'm a tad weird. What's going on here with this panel over here? This is obviously part of the story. What's going on here?
This was when Charlotte was killing the judge and all the thing, and the judge was killed and Rich Jewish style slaying. We're having a tier to where if you buy in, you get to put your name where it says story by, and then your name will be there.
Cool.
Subject to approval. I'm not putting Cock McCockerson in there. It's not happening.
You see, you guys are like talking about me, and he says Cock McCockerson, but you don't bat an eyelash.
That's because he's gonna be gone in a couple minutes. Well, I mean, not really. You can hang out, Max, if you want, but you got 2 minutes. Sell everybody on why they should be pushing this button at 7:30.
All right,
yeah, man.
Button at 7:30 because Mary Machine Gun it's just a fantastic story. I mean, like obviously there's tons of sexy art, and it's fantastic art by Fern Cord, who never disappoints. I mean, ask anyone in the indie sphere, he never disappoints. His art is fantastic, and the story is just there's intrigue, there's chicks fighting each other, there's cat fights and dog fights, and just people are. It is just amazing. I mean, it's hard to explain everything that's going on because I'm three issues in, and I've got so many threads just hanging. And
Johnny,
I don't want
get in here and sell this book.
Johnny, I wanted him to be in, but he's watching his granddaughter today, and I got him tonight, and I didn't want to.
It'll be anarchy.
Mass hysteria.
Didn't want to pull him in too much because he's watching his granddaughter today.
Aw.
All right, you guys, 7:30. The link is in the chat. It's also in the description. Dude, 3 hours. 3 hours. Launching this dude off. Be ready.
If you like Lady Death, you'll like Mary Machine Gun.
Now, Max, do you know Trevor Fernandes-Lenkiewicz?
I do.
How'd I do on that name? How'd I do?
You did really, really well. I got to give you credit there, pal.
What's up, Link?
How are you?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I actually just got home from MegaCon Orlando, so I got off the plane maybe 4 hours ago. Finally got home about an hour ago. So, man, yeah, I'm packed, filled with comic book energy after such a great weekend.
Cranked, ready to go.
MegaCon Orlando.
Yeah, I said cranked and ready to go.
Oh, I thought you said where did you go?
Yes. So, did you have fun?
Yeah, it was a fantastic weekend. Moved a lot of books, met a lot of new readers, a couple old readers. Got to chat with a couple of folks that I admire, which is super great. Yeah, it was a really great weekend. I enjoyed the show a lot. Although, man, Florida is humid.
Yeah, it is.
You think?
Definitely an adjustment from Connecticut, especially this time of year. So,
yeah, I'm in the deep south, and the humidity is it's the thing.
I used to live in Gainesville, Florida for about 3 years, and I remember it'd be like every day at around noon, it would rain for 20 minutes, just long enough to get that humidity really, really cranking, you know?
To make the air.
And to answer the live question as well, yeah, there were a bunch of phone problems, a lot of internet problems. A lot of people were having issues ringing out card payments because of issues with internet, particularly on Saturday. I think Saturday had like 70,000 people there. And so your phone might show full service, but you were getting absolutely none of it. Fortunately, my table neighbor had internet, and they were very kind at times to let us use it when we needed it. But that's something they need to adjust.
I heard there was a total snafu with the internet at MegaCon. I was going to ask you about it, but Doc got to it first.
Yeah, you need the man. You're trying to make a sale with your Square, and don't give somebody time to back out because it ain't working.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately it worked itself out, but also a lot of these big con organizers are kind of like exploitative. Like they wanted like $80 a day for con internet, which is ridiculous because we're already paying way too much money to be there. But that gets on a whole nother
quite a bit.
Discussion.
80 as in 80?
80 a day.
I mean, if you want electricity, it's usually like a couple $100 a day.
No, it's 80 a day. It was like $360 for the weekend or something absurd like that. So
holy shit.
Yeah. So fortunately,
that's ridiculous.
On top of table cost, that just makes even more shit you've got to sell just to make table.
Can you bring your own generator for a while? I mean, is that a thing?
Look, that just makes me not want to set up a table there. It just seems like they're kind of milking the popularity of it as opposed to the, you know what I mean? It's like, MegaCon, nah, come on. It's a Comic-Con.
Here, it was kind of cool because like at Planet, what they do is they bring in like T-Mobile brought in these little like kind of like mobile towers that they would put in the convention center and around the convention center. So they could deal with all the increased traffic going through their network, and they're the only ones that did it. So T-Mobile customers had internet, so they could run their cards and everything. So now that makes the company look really good because people that were on AT&T
some form of price gouging.
No, because it's $120 a day because you've got to pay for the electricians union to come do your electrical drop, and they've got to be on site to ensure the safety of everything. And
what they fucking charge for all the people to get in and for you guys tables, they can pay for that shit.
Yeah, they definitely could pay for that shit, but I mean, like they're passing it down to the table cost is what they're doing. It's just like anyone else is passing it down.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, though, I can't act like it wasn't a great show. I mean, sure, all these large con organizers exploit us, but I can't act like there wasn't money to be made at that show. You know, I mean, I made the table price almost 4 times over. So at the end of the day, if I have to put up with a little bit of bullshit in order to get, you know, the material out there, then that's what I got to do.
So how many people do you think were there?
Well, I mean, Saturday alone was 70,000 people.
Nice.
I would venture to say somewhere in the neighborhood of 150 to 200,000 by the end of the weekend.
That's good.
But yeah,
Planet Comic-Con here did 70, which is 30,000 less than they did pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's better than the first show they did right after COVID because they were like half 50%, and now they're at 70. So they're working back up. So cons are coming back. People are coming back out. I mean, you said 200,000 people at MegaCon. This is good news for me because I'm getting ready to start tabling at places like we're definitely doing Planet and C2E2 next year. I don't know. We might do another one next year, but and then after that we'll end up doing MegaCon. We'll do
anybody doing Savannah in June.
Well, if I may, over here in the UK, it's the same thing. I mean, the cons are they're slowly coming back. I just went to the one in Telford in Wales, and it was crowded as hell. You know, but everybody got con crud afterwards.
Oh yeah.
So it's just I had the worst of it. I got sick for a full week. I was dead. I thought I had COVID. It turns out I didn't, but the cons are definitely coming back over. The cons are definitely coming back here in the UK. Absolutely.
I was gonna say con crud's now fucking panic for COVID.
It is. It really truly is. Like most of the symptoms for con crud is COVID essentially.
Yep.
It's freaky as fuck.
Y'all just vitamin C up a couple days before.
Good luck on that one.
Put that zinc stuff underneath your nose. Put that zinc shit under your nostrils.
Guess what? Now there's monkeypox here in the UK.
Yeah, I heard about that. Well, we lost.
Oh Christ! I don't even know what the hell that is.
We lost Doug.
I mean, it's a chickenpox for monkeys. I mean, I don't even know what that is.
I don't. You keep that shit over there, Rich. See, you chose that.
Man, Pops, I'm going to see you tomorrow, man. I'm going to hang out with some monkeys. And then I'm going to come on over and, like, you know, talk to you about, like, comics and stuff. And, like, oh, no, you got the monkeypox. Look.
Give you the pox.
I give you the M-pox.
Boat rat.
Give you the M-pox. Boat rot.
Let's get into this, Trevor. What's up? Area 51, the Helix Project.
Woo! I like that fucking title. I like that.
So you're offering all 5 books at one time?
Yeah. So I mean, you know, we've released 1 through 4 singularly. The first print of issue 1 is pretty much completely sold out. So we went back to print with a brand new edition, which is going to be featured in this Kickstarter, available for folks. And what's cool is not only did we commission a brand new cover, but it has some extra background material sort of on process. I can actually share. Actually, I have a copy here. So it's actually embossed, which is super cool. Added a little bit of that premium feature. We've got an introduction from legendary Daredevil writer D.G. Chichester, which was an absolute honor. And aside from having an even thicker stock, we included the original 2 covers to the first print in the cover gallery here. And then for the aspiring comic creators or those that are just kind of interested in how the sauce is made, we have a sort of artistic breakdown with the raw inks to the cover and all of the coloring and lighting notes. And then a director's commentary page featuring one of the pages in the issue represented, the original script to that page, and a sort of commentary from me explaining how I sort of constructed the page and what my approach behind it was, and a little bit sort of how the textual information from the script translates to the final finished product. So yeah, got to add a lot of really, really cool background material and just kind of, you know, up our game and make this new edition of issue 1 a little bit more premium. Aside from the fact that I love this cover art, it's one of my favorite covers that we've had of the series so far. The colors came out absolutely bonkers from Marcio, so I couldn't be more pleased, man. Especially to be a little guy so early into the career, to be able to do a new printing of my first book is it's really humbling.
That's perfect.
It's lovely, man.
I love that people have
Pops.
to print their book again. I love it.
Yeah.
Pops, forgive me. It's 9:45 here. I got to get to sleep.
Night.
Good night. Sleep is the crutch.
Hey.
It is a crutch.
Weekend. What are you doing this weekend, Rich?
Karamkon.
There you go. See, everybody knows that's what we're doing this weekend. Trevor, we're gonna have to get you into that. We're gonna have to
See you guys later.
Peace out.
Make you one of them regulars at CromCon too, so that's my big show every month. I get the most people that watch and whatnot. And really would like to get you out there, talking about this, but take us back to book one. Where's the story begin? And
this is where we all go back.
Yes. So the sort of the pitch of it is really it's a sci-fi thriller primarily taking place in the UFO hysteric 1970s America under the shadow of the Cold War. And the story presupposes that the alien specimen that was mass sighted in Roswell in the late 40s masquerades as human for a few decades until he exposes his alien physiology in a last-ditch attempt to save a human child's life. But in doing so, he's murdered in cold blood right in front of his son, Kent, who is a half-human, half-extraterrestrial hybrid. And now Kent is sort of left to struggle and pick up the pieces for the next 13 years until he's confronted by a mysterious letter claiming that the sender was not only there the day that his father was murdered, but that they somehow have a means of getting him back. So our protagonist is driven to uncover the circumstances surrounding his father's death, but also sort of questioning the cryptic motivations of whoever this person is. Meanwhile, is dropped into the jaw of a Cold War genetics conspiracy and is really sort of forced to face this struggle inside of himself to reconcile his dueling sense of identity, and really is also forced to face a twisted ghost from his past that plunges a dagger into everything he knows about himself and what it means to be human. So it's a super personal story that really plays a lot with the tools that the genres provide, but also my academic background's in molecular biology and human genetics. So there is actual hard science buried deep under the sci-fi, which I don't think you see very often.
Dude, the concept is fucking badass. I love it. I think I'm sad I missed out on this. Where you been? Oh, yeah, this looks awesome. What are these gonna go for approximately to get caught up?
Yeah, I mean, so
I'd buy that for $1.
Most
RoboCop.
Most issues are going to be available as add-ons. I mean, if say somebody's already bought 1 through 4, you could get an issue 5 for as cheap as $6, physically speaking, and the physical print quality is super high stock, heavy stock. I think if anybody is a paper nerd like I am, the covers are on 105-pound paper stock, while the interiors are on 85-pound paper stock, which is essentially
thick. That's good stuff.
Close to 2.5 times thicker than what you're getting at Marvel or DC.
Yeah.
No advertisements, 24 pages of straight story. Just because I want to make sure I can deliver stories as accessibly and as competently as I can, and obviously give you a shelf-stable product. Now, if say you're balling on a budget and you really want to catch up to the story, I want to say that you can get all 5 digital issues for like $20 or something like that. So I've made it really easy for somebody who wants to dig into the story to get these super high-res PDFs. There are, I think, 400 DPI, so you could zoom in on those things for almost infinity and still come out with great quality.
I got.
You can see the pores in the skin.
I got one question. As the collector that I am, okay, the collector in me says, are there any of those first print issue number 1s available anywhere right now?
Yeah, so there are a couple different comic shops around the country, and one in Alberta, Canada. So specifically to name drop these guys, in Connecticut, there are 3 stores: AJ's Comics in Colchester, A Hero's Legacy in Manchester, or Wonderland Comics in Putnam, Connecticut. There may also be copies still available at Horizon Comics in Lancaster, California, and then Reader's Bookstore in Alberta, Canada. Now, the first prints are extremely limited right now. We don't have many left. I've reserved X amount of copies to make sure that I can fulfill the remainder of what people added on to their issue 4 package. But we will probably have maybe about a dozen copies of the A and a dozen copies of the B cover remaining for people to add on, but they will probably go quick. for the aspiring collector.
So is it the end of the first story arc, or do you have more to it?
So it's a 6-issue series in total. So there will be one more, probably a little bit of an oversized in terms of the page count, with more back matter material. But we'll be revealing a little bit more about that extra stuff when the time comes.
Yeah, I just didn't know if it was the end of it or if you had more.
No, I'm a really firm believer in letting stories end when they naturally feel ready to end. I think a lot of stories overextend themselves, and they end up diluting any sort of remote quality. And so for me, because this is the first thing I've ever worked on, so for me, it was not only trying to prove to myself that I could end the story, but that I knew how to do it and that I could end it well. Because there are even guys that I really admire in the industry who aren't particularly good at endings, and that's a trapping that I really didn't want to fall under. So it all just kind of came together in a sense that it felt like this story had a natural end come issue 6. And I gave myself the opportunity to prove that I could do it, and I could do it well.
Well, good. That's good, because like Mary Machine Gun, when I first imagined it, it was a trilogy. It was 3 books. And then when I got to book 2, I realized I was like, okay, I've got way too much story to tell. I got to do this in 4. So I made it 4.
That was the funny thing about our anthology is like everybody hit me up. They're like, yeah, I'm going to do a 4-page story. I'm going to do a 6-page, an 8-page, a 10-page. And almost every single one of them came to me and said, I need more pages. Okay, do it. You always find, once you delve into it, it's like you find more that you want to tell.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain degree, I think sometimes you might also realize that you don't have as much volume, or the moments that you think might take more time really don't need as much. I mean, doing comics well require like an economy of words and of story, because it's very easy for a comic to feel too long. Primarily because like the functional unit are panels, right? Like you can hang on a panel as long as you want. Whereas film, you have entire scenes that people kind of look back on. So really it's about being as economical as possible and always leaving people wanting more rather than giving people too much. And that was a big sort of concern of mine. And I know a lot of people have, there have been folks who have really enjoyed the series and they kind of want more. And I tell them, I was like, no, you don't want more, because if I gave you more, it wouldn't be the same and it wouldn't feel right. And, maybe there is a world where in the future I might be able to come back and play in this space again and maybe play with some of these characters. But really, I only want to do it if I have an idea that's inspired and an idea that suits their arc.
I mean, right now it's just kind of, it's just over for you. You've got a conclusion. You feel good. You want to move on to the next thing.
Yeah, and
I totally get that.
Also, I mean, creatives, we're kind of like crows. We see the next shiny thing and we're ready to go. And
exactly,
for me, I have a large anthology project coming, and then my next sort of larger series. I think we got about 10 to 12 issues that it could wrap up. And I've already written 2 and have 2 in the tank. And frankly, those first 2 issues are the best things I've ever written. And so I'm just creatively really impatient to put those things out into the world and to kind of show everybody the artistic team that we have lined up for that as well. Not to say that, I mean, the end of this series is bonkers. Issue 5 actually might be my favorite issue in the series as a whole. So I'm so excited to bring this one to people. And if anybody is looking, there's actually a little Easter egg in issue 4 that kind of teases the name to my next series, if anybody's paying hard attention.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into getting my hands on one of them first edition number 1s before you go to reprint.
I mean, we already have gone to reprint. But we do, like I said, we will probably have a little more than a handful left at the start of the campaign. So anybody that's interested in those first prints, because they were my smallest print run, being the first thing I ever produced. I think
you always hold a few behind.
Yeah, I mean, we only printed about 800 copies, so it's not too much. But it's great to be in the position we're in, and Actually, that cover that I just showed you of the new edition, there will be 200 limited edition foil copies of that as well, with both the front and the back being foil. So I'm really, really excited to be able to put that out there as well.
I gotta let a dog in. I'll be right back.
All right.
Sure.
Yeah, foil copies are great. We did a foil. It was a specialized cover that came out for Human Hunters in the middle of the campaign, kind of a mid-campaign bump to kind of try to mitigate that lull. That every Kickstarter has, that mid-campaign lull. And it was fantastic. I don't think I have a copy of it. Like, maybe I do. Nope, I don't have a copy of it, but it looks great. I mean, we could have done spot foiling, which would have been nice, just for some certain little like aspects of the thing, like the Aurora Borealis and stuff in the background. But we just foiled the whole cover, and it looks fantastic. I mean, I love foiling, but oh my god, it was so expensive to have done.
Yeah, I mean, I really wanted to be careful, because and I've said this, when I've been on shows with Pops before, and it's that like I'm really weary of some of the comic book industry gimmicks. I was actually really, really cautious about doing the foil because I didn't want the foil to be the thing that sold people. I just kind of wanted it to be an addition, because I think that happens a lot. I mean, it happens big too, indie, you name it. Like, people will do an absolute ass ton of covers and like do weird materials, and like for me, that's not how I want to sell my book. And I'm sure maybe I could make more money by appealing to that level of the collector's market, but really at the end of the day, I want to have quality story, quality art, sell people on that, and reward people maybe with doing something every once in a while, like the foil, so on and so forth. I mean, most of my campaigns really only have 2 covers, and that's again because I'm not looking to sell people strictly on having a million covers and inflating sales with stuff like that. I want to deliver story, and I want people to focus on story and the artistic storytelling inside the book. And again, the covers for me are always an opportunity as well to display an element of the book inside.
Yep.
Nothing bothers me more than covers that have absolutely nothing to do with the interiors.
Nothing to do with it.
Or the covers that are just like generic character pose. Like for me, the covers and the opportunity to really play with the composition and the style and the design of the covers are a great way to assist in the sort of narrative experience of the story, because the cover is the first thing someone's going to see, and it's going to set an impression, and it's going to give the reader an opportunity to pick up on an element of the tone or the atmosphere or the theme. So
it gives us an impression of what to expect. And then if it doesn't deliver, we're like, man, that's not what I thought it was going to get. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
I'm a little the opposite end of that. I don't do a ton of covers. Like, I know people that do way more covers than I do, but this is the most covers we've done at 8. But we do Bad Girl Comics, and it's kind of expected to have it because a lot of people do collect it just for covers. Or they collect their covers that they like from the artists that they follow. Like, there's a reason we chose Courtney Rose. It's not, she's a great artist, don't get me wrong, but she's also got a good following, and a lot of people will buy her book.
I mean, there's a certain element of being shrewd that I guess needs to be done in order to sell books. But I don't know. I'm very sort of focused on, I would much rather take somebody who's incredibly talented and unknown and help us build our reputation together just by putting out the best possible work we can. I mean, I've been super fortunate to work with guys from all around the world, and they're incredibly talented. And, none of us had names. I mean, this is the first project I've ever done. And we've been scrapping and clawing our way to the point where, when we hit our 4th Kickstarter, we almost did $9,000. So
awesome.
with no name, no gimmicks, it's something I'm super proud of. For this one, we're actually projecting to do about 12, which would be incredible. And it's a great opportunity for me to share some of these guys that I'm working with, their talent, with more and more people, because obviously, like, selfishly, I would love to get my name out as well. But also, this team of guys deserves the credit and I mean, they make my everything I write look good. So I look forward to just kind of taking the opportunity to really focus in on delivering and putting on display their strengths just as much as I am mine.
Isn't that awesome to like have something that you just thought of, and then it's in your hand?
Yeah,
It's
no,
something that
it is.
It was just
It
in
is
your
really
brain.
cool. I mean, the first, ironically, like it's weird. I have that spark, but then my next moment is, what can I do better? That's always sort of my next logical step. I'll look at the book and go, okay.
You've always got to push yourself. You gotta make yourself level up. I mean, everyone's like, you need to level up, and it's a cliche saying, but you need to push yourself just to do better next time, and just to do a little bit better. You don't have to like do it by leaps and bounds. Just do a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think for me, yeah, I think that's a very reasonable thing. But I'm always kind of pushing myself to make very noticeable strides. And whether it's in several small areas or one large area, it's always, about reflecting and self-criticism and really holding myself accountable. Yeah, I think that we came out of the gate pretty strong. And for me, by issue 5, I finished the series a couple months ago in terms of the scripts, but I feel like every single issue, I've made a huge leap as a writer. And every single issue that I've edited and worked on art notes with the team and things like that have also taken pretty huge bounds. I mean, I love our first couple of covers, but I feel like every step of the way, we're really pushing ourselves to make some pretty dramatic increases and just be better, just be the best that we can be, because I mean, I genuinely, I want to be excellent at what I do, and not excellent in terms of like we throw around a compliment excellent. I want to be that guy that another generation looks up to, and I know that it's going to take a lot, and it's going to take a lot of pushing and self-criticism. But I think that with the guys that I'm working with, fortunately, I think we keep up this road that we're on. I think it's possible. I really do, because these guys are incredible.
I feel the same way about my team. I mean, I got 3 different teams that work on 3 different books at this point in time, working with Atrocity Press, and every one of them are improving. I mean, we have an artist improvement program to where we send artists to classes. I mean, we'll send them to like coloring classes if they're a colorist, or line art classes if they're a line artist, or we'll send them to anatomy classes, just to take an anatomy class. Why not? It helps you out, makes your art a little bit better. And it's free to them. They don't have to pay for it. I pay for it myself. So it gives me a better product, and it improves their ability to create art. It helps them evolve. So all in all, it's good for everyone involved. And when I was talking about smaller strides, like we just gained, like I think we got like an extra 32 backers on our last campaign than from the campaign before that. And that's amazing to me. I mean, 32 backers. I mean, it's more than we had last time. Yay. More people will want to read my book. We didn't have the drop off. You didn't have like the return on investment start to drop off.
If your product's good, then your friends, your customers are going to tell their friends.
Oh yeah.
And then they're going to come back, but they're going to bring a friend with them every now and then, and that's growth. That's what you want. And word of mouth really still is. The best
people always tell me, like with Mary Machine Gun, they're like, I came in there expecting like just some dumb titty book, but it was really interesting. And I'm like, well, thank you, I guess.
Did you say dumb titty book? Is that what you said?
Yep, dumb titty book. I was expecting some dumb titty book, but it's actually really interesting. I'm like, all right, well, thanks, I guess. It's cool. I'm glad you liked it. Buy the next one.
Oh, I got something. I got something here. Hold on. Where you at, Mary? Oh, there she is. Whoa. There's Mary.
You got that
big print. I got it in my portfolio with all them other cool ass prints and Jim O'Reilly stuff in there.
Hell yeah. I think it's is it time for the kaiju?
Send him the link. Hold on, I'll send him the link. I thought I sent it to everybody. There you go, Pete.
It's just a book I'm interested in, so I want to hear about it.
Well, I kind of thought that's why you were hanging out. I hope he sent the link to Phil too, but we'll see. Trevor, like you got 2 minutes. Tell everybody why they need to back this and when you're launching.
Absolutely. And thank you for the time, Pops. I appreciate you inviting me on. Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, I think that it's clear that for anybody that's seen us on Pop Show before, we're aiming to be the best, and we're aiming to really, really make splashes in the industry by putting out the best creative work we possibly can. And I think that involves us taking really big creative swings. Every step along the way, I'm always challenging myself to tell a story or tell a segment of the story that's better than what I even think that I'm capable of doing, and always pushing the artist to play with the boundaries, and I very much think we do that with issue 5, this upcoming one. It is emotional, it is action-packed, it is surprising, it is dark. We've really, I think, set ourselves up on the peak of the mountain, because by the end of this issue, you're sort of at the climax of the series, and you sort of pick up with the rest of it in issue 6 as we sort of come down. And I'm incredibly proud of this team. I'm incredibly proud of how much we've grown. I mean, as you guys can see, just in the sort of Kickstarter banner, the artistic team that I'm working with is incredible.
Yeah,
these guys are absolute monsters. And the thing that excites me the most is that, we're all fairly young guys. So, and I think that means to me that given the hunger that we have have plenty of room to go. So if this is our floor, I'm really confident about what we're able to do moving forward. But aside from that, I think ultimately why I'm going to tell you guys that it's worth your time and it's worth backing. One, we care about you. We care about the reader. We're delivering content that we think is worth it at an incredibly affordable price, at a high quality print. And at the end of the day, we're creators that care about what we're putting out in every way possible. So I think it's worth your time. I try to give you as much value as I can, even if you're balling on a budget, how they say. So I hope you guys will continue giving it a look, clicking the link in the chat, maybe even the description if it's there, to click notify me upon launch. And we will be going live on June 13th, Monday, June 13th. It's going to be a crazy busy week because we will be flying out to Fan Expo Dallas to do that show as well. And then the week after, we'll be flying out straight from Dallas to do Heroes Con in Charlotte. So we're going to be super busy, just trying to spread the word, get people in on this project, because the success of these last 2 issues will also help us decide whether or not we'll be able to go to trade. And for those of you that might have checked out the book before, I am an absolute whore for paper quality and paper stock, and I would really love to do a premium trade. I've already started doing some of the design work for it. And we've got some fun stuff in store. So the success of issue 5 and 6 will ultimately contribute to whether or not we're going to be able to do that. So yeah, man, Pops, thank you so much for giving me the time of day, man. It's always a pleasure.
You bet, man. Come out anytime, bro. We do the con every month.
Yeah. I've just been crazy busy, man. I mean, this year alone, I've done Toronto Comic-Con, I've done Calgary Expo out in West Canada, and then MegaCon. So like I said, next month we have Dallas and Heroes Con. Month after that,
flying directly to it.
yeah. Literally, we fly down to Dallas from Connecticut, do that show. I'm staying in Dallas for an extra 3 days because I'll be doing a signing at a store out there, and then going straight to Charlotte to do Heroes Con, going back up to Connecticut. Luckily, July is a local show, Terrificon. It's a great show.
Mohegan Sun?
Yeah, Terrificon, yeah. And then, let me see, August, I think we might be going back up to Toronto for Fan Expo Canada. September, we're looking at Portland, and then October, New York and Baltimore. And, the world permitting, hopefully, I will be able to spend the next 2 months without any traveling, so I can, catch a grip on, the ground.
Bro, I know that grind. Before everything went south, I was doing 40 shows a year. So
Holy
I'm on that
shit.
grind. Yeah. Yeah, but luckily they're back. Hi everybody.
Yeah.
Trevor, my name's Pete. I gotta tell you, when I saw Pops put the because I want to catch it before you left. When Pops said who was gonna be on the stream, I knew I was gonna watch Max because we the homies. But then I was like, who's Trevor? And I saw the notify me page for your Kickstarter, and as soon as I saw that first image, I hit notify me
Oh,
because that
thank you
first
so
image
much.
is just fire, absolute fire. I love how you describe the book. I will say this though, in defense of people who do have covers, I'm an artist, I'm a freelance artist. When I see a bunch of different covers, that's just a buffet for me. Maybe because I'm fat, but that's just a buffet for me. And I see, okay, who can I pick? Who can I pick? What can I pick? What can I add on? And I'm going to use the gentleman to my side over there. When I see an Atrocity Press book, I'm not worried about, oh, he's got so many covers. Maybe the book won't be good because it's fucking high quality. The story is there because the story's there first. And then I see the artwork that Fern and Mateus and Mariah Bennis especially. I collect Mariah Bennis stuff. As soon as I see that, I'm like, good. I'm going for that because I know the story is going to be fire. And I love everything. Everything.
Let me slow you down. We got nobody after you guys.
Oh,
you
sick.
don't have to rush through this.
I was worried.
Take your time.
Look, where's the link? Where's the
I was
link?
worried. I was worried, man.
Well, did we turn you on to Mariah Bennis, Pete?
Yeah, you guys turned me on to Mariah Bennis. Okay, you guys opened my eyes to Mariah Bennis, and then her artwork really opened my eyes, and I was like, God damn, I need this in my life.
Well, I really appreciate the compliment, Pete. That's super kind of you to say. I'm really glad that image grabbed your attention. These guys, I mean, Adrian, who did those pieces that are featured there on the banner, is an absolute freaking powerhouse. I couldn't have been more glad.
Yeah.
He's incredible. Seriously, I can't speak highly enough about him. And as you said, he's doing his job well. Regarding the cover thing, for me, it's also about delivering value because, as you guys know, we've all dealt with printers. When you add extra variants, that obviously adds a lot more expense. So for me, it's how can I deliver the highest quality product, whether it's the interior content or the physical print at the most affordable cost.
Fair.
Because in my mind, yes, I know a lot of Kickstarter guys will charge a little bit more, and people are willing to pay it, right? Because they're indie and people want to support indie. But for me, it's also like, in my mind, and I know it's probably a little bit too tough on myself, but if I'm asking you to pay just as much, if not more, than the big names that you've come to know, I don't know if there's as much of an incentive. So in my mind, if I can deliver more value than what you're paying for the book, then you're going to tell the right people. They're going to give us a shot. And hopefully that will perpetuate a system where we can keep everything at this price point and keep that quality the way it is, maybe even make it better and just deliver value, because comic book readers get abused so much by this industry. And it does break my heart because it's a niche industry. And it's hard. I get it. It's hard to make money, but the readers are the ones that give us life. They're the ones that give us careers. And so if I can do anything I can to give the readers value, whether it's in the content or in the physical product, I will do my best.
Well, I feel that, bro. And look, I'm a freelance. I'm an underground book. The book I'm going to talk about right now is not mine. My books don't happen until hopefully October at New York, but knock wood. But as a freelance guy who nobody knows, as a freelance underground guy who nobody knows, I feel that, and I love that, and I live for that. And at the same time, if somebody picks me up, even if it's to do a trading card or something where I know the Kickstarter is going to do 10, 15 because somebody else is on it, that means more people are going to see me because nobody sees me. So, I got to jump on and get out there as much as I can with quality work. Like you're saying, it's all got to be quality work. And that's the bottom line. I think that's the bow that we can tie this whole thing up in. The work has to be quality. If it's shit, you got to get out the door, move on, because it has to be quality because the people deserve it.
Yeah, no, you said it, man. Comic book fans deserve the world. They give a lot of us careers, and anything I can do to make them feel engaged with the material and make them feel valued, I will. And that's why I'm doing all these shows. First year right out of the pandemic. I started doing this during the pandemic, and any way I can to give back to the people that have given me so much already. I want to do it, man. It's the least I can do because. I'm at a point in my life, in my relatively young life, where I get to travel the world talking to people about something that I made up, and that is the greatest pleasure I think I will ever have in my life.
Amen to that.
Yeah. So it's great to be on. Thank you guys so much for the kind words, for sharing your space with me.
Question. You got one question. I'm gonna let you go ahead and field this.
So yeah. So value. I mean, like I said earlier, you're getting really, really thick, high quality printed paper stock, no ads, 24 pages of story per issue. And what happens is by lowering the amount, when you raise the amount of variance, because these printers have to develop brand new presses, like brand new plates for the press for every new image, they charge you a much higher overhead. So for example, with 2 covers on a print run, I usually print now about 1,600 copies a book, which is usually for my 2 issues, and that's with my discounts for my relationship with the printer at this point. If I were to add a 3rd cover, that'd probably go up by another $400. If I were to do a 4th cover, that'd probably go up by another 3. And so by adding more of those extra cover pieces, it would force me to charge more per unit in order to get some of that money back. And so for me, I try to focus on 2, maybe 3 if we unlock via stretch goal, really, really high quality covers that put on display a different element of the series and are just as well thought out as we could possibly make them. And in terms of thickness, if you're a paper guy, on the standard issues, it's usually 105 pound cover stock and 85 pound interior stock. For stuff like the new printing of issue 1, the new edition with the emboss, I want to say it's like 120 pound cover stock. So we're always just trying to deliver a shelf stable product that even for the collector won't see a lot of battle damage from being read, because as much as I understand the plight of the printer, of the collector, like I want these books to be read. I want somebody to hold this book in their hand and enjoy it, and really like have that tangible experience.
And he asks, who do you print with, if you want to give up that info?
I print through Print Ninja, but the price that I get from them now is primarily because we've done, including the reprint, we've already printed 5 books with them. We've printed increasingly larger quantities, and I built a relationship with my representative there. So, we're able to figure out a sort of mutually beneficial relationship where I can get a little bit more for a little bit less money, and they obviously get a little bit of press for it as well. They've been absolutely fantastic. But I will say, if you're worried about turnaround time, their main printer is in China, so unless you want to pay crazy expedited costs, you're going to be waiting like 2, sometimes 3 months because of all the shipping delays at the ports. So I would keep that in mind. But if you're at a point where you can justify printing, over 1,000 copies, I think it could be really, really cost effective for you. But don't break your back doing it.
All right, Trevor, thanks. As always, you're welcome to hang out while we go through
Kaiju Mania.
Kaiju Mania.
Yeah,
you're welcome to hang out.
I got to hop on a phone call. I have somebody who's actually flying out with me to do those 2 crazy double shows, and we're trying to hammer out all the travel stuff. But I appreciate the offer. I'll definitely make sure to pop by in the next couple weeks and say hi. But best of luck to everybody in their projects, and thank you so much for giving me the time of day.
Peace.
Always good to see you, my friend.
Take care, guys.
Right. Yes.
Samania.
What's up?
Big monster. First things first, really quickly.
Doesn't feel right until I do this. There we go.
Max's side. This is a little bit of a reunion show right going on. Pops, how you been, brother? How are you?
I don't miss a beat, man. I just keep on rocking.
I see that, man. Good for you. Good to see
that
you.
guy down there, man. Look,
that's the guy. That's the guy who I keep sending. That's the guy who every like 60 days I send money to.
Yeah.
And then I get a stack of books. And then I get a stack of books a day or 2 later. It's great. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, how you doing? It's been a long time. Kaiju Mary and me, yeah, man.
Kaiju Mary. Yeah.
Kaiju Mary. The best part is I'm kind of pushing to do like a side story with like Mary shooting kaijus. It's going to be great. I'm trying to pitch that. I want to pitch that to Alan. I think it'd be a good time.
You just got to send Mary Machine Gun over to the Kaiju Killers in Afropocalypse.
I'm trying to figure something out.
Stephen Prince's Afropocalypse book. They're Kaiju Killers.
No. See this. We got this on a whole different level. This is a whole different thing. This is Eighth World Comics, and we put together. Well, first and foremost, this is our buddy Alan Johnson. Used to do Kajara and Kajaria. Now he's formed Eighth World Comics over there in the Pacific Northwest. And the first book we're putting together is this anthology, Kaiju Mania. Did you want me to share, Pops, or were you gonna?
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's easier for you to not stumble over what I'm sharing, then yeah.
I got it right here for you, sir. So you can. I'm making it easy. I got. Dave's not here, man.
Hold up now.
I feel wrong if I don't say, "Hey, man."
Hey, man. I was gonna say we really do need to, make sure you guys all introduce yourselves properly.
Oh yeah, I thought everybody knew who you were. Phil. Beauty Before Age. I guess that would be me. No, Phil, go ahead.
I don't know who I am, man. No, I'm Phil Leon. I do color work, a little bit of editorial, a little bit of pre-press, but yeah, along with Pete, we used to hang out here with Pops on the weekends.
Back when this was more darker.
Red-eyed and barely bushy-tailed.
Bushy my ass.
Pete,
Ladies and gentlemen.
Phil, wake up. It's time to go on.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. Even today, it was like old times. Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? My name is Pete Vasquez. I am freelance artist extraordinaire. You can definitely always find me at a show, but right now, you can find me in the pages of Kaiju Mania. It's rather auspicious, not inauspicious, auspicious that we're coming back to this today, because this is Kaiju Mania marks my return to doing sequential art, which is it's a big deal for me. So, and the long story short on that was I used to self-publish before. This was back in like 2013, 2014. I self-published my own books, and then I took a step back, looked at them, realized, wow, no, this is not good. I got to take myself back to school. And I literally did. I took some classes, took some storyboarding things, did a lot of reading. And I then when Alan came around and pitched the idea of Kaiju Mania, I was like, this sounds dope. He goes, yeah. I'm like, what do you want me to do? A cover? Because I'd already done a cover for something else for it. And then there he is. And then I had said, sure. Yeah. What do you want me to do? He asked me to do pages. And I'm like, holy shit. Can I do it? You know what? He believes in me. I'm going to do it. And I went very old school Marvel with my pages. I didn't do anything too crazy, but I had Phil holding my hand here, and I knew Phil was going to knock him out of the park and make him killer with the colors. And we got a whole thing. But the thing is, it's not just about me and Phil. There's 3 other teams on this book. It is 4 stories, 4 different monsters. Now, Pops, really quickly because this part isn't in the Kickstarter. Remember, we all saw Godzilla and King Kong and all those monster movies recently came out, and the common theme was they were great, but I wish there was less people. Guess what? The people do not do well in Kaiju Mania. the monsters don't hide for half the movie. The monsters are up front right away, and it's action. It is action from beginning to end for each monster story. And then the best part is the idea behind this, and I'm going to give you the thought process before we play the video. The best part about this is each monster is doing its own thing, but they're being trailed by aliens. And then why? Why are the aliens doing this? Because it becomes intergalactic. The aliens are looking for a champion. So we're gonna go into pro wrestling now for a second, hence the Mania. So each of these 4 monsters is individually kidnapped, and they're basically put into Hell in a Cell, an elimination chamber, as it were, a battle royale in Kaiju Mania, where now the 4 monsters will fight it out to see who is the ultimate monster and who will be the champion for the aliens. But here's the twist and here's the hook for everybody at home that needs to get on this page and back this book. The winning monster is decided by the fans. Okay? We were talking about individual covers before. There's the main cover, which you kind of see right there. We'll talk about that in a second. But each monster has its own cover. So for each monster's book that gets back, that counts as a vote. At the end of the campaign, the monster with the most covers sold will be the winning monster in Kaiju Mania and will be the champion for these aliens. So you guys get to decide. It very much harkens back to dialing that 900 number and getting to decide if we were going to kill Jason Todd or not. And I'm pretty sure all 4 of us voted kill him.
I mean, and that's super cool. But I mean, one of the things that I want that I really are interested in is the Hell in the Cell thing. I want to see which kaiju kills which other kaiju.
That's going to be all in the hands of one of our artists by the name of Lee Reece. I believe that name is familiar to everybody here in the Madness. Yep. Lee is a cool, chill dude, but
Rhinoceros man.
Yeah, man, but he's got some funky ideas about what to do already. He's already tabulating ideas, and I'm gonna jump into the video if we can.
Hell yeah!
We got Lee Reece all over the place.
I got new Lee Reece art though.
That's when I first ran into Lee. And now I get to work on stuff with him again.
Since you brought him up, I got to tell you, he's the one that does the CromCon video every month. He edits it every month.
Funny, you should mention that. Funny, you should mention that. We got videos.
Yes.
And guess what? Lee Reece. So let me play the first one for you. Let me play the first one for you here.
His eyes coming out of the socket too.
It's the thing, man. It's the insane. Yeah, buddy.
Got the inscription.
So what I'm thinking, Phil and I have a whole shtick we do because each monster gets its own little video. So we're going to talk about the Kickstarter real quick. We're going to talk about the story here. We kind of went through it a little bit already. That what is Kaiju Mania? It's an intergalactic battle of 4 monsters to see which monster basically will end up becoming undisputed champion. I'd be cool if he got a belt. I think we got to talk about that. Getting him a belt, like a championship belt. I think that would be dope. But whatever. That's just big ass belt, but just But they can put weapons and shit.
The size of that belt.
You got to make it out of the skin of the dead kaiju.
Right, that's what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
The pieces of the other kaiju, that would be great. This is our main cover. Now, Phil, the main cover was drawn by
Vince White, and I did the colors on that.
There we go. So we're gonna name the monsters in a second, but you got the top 2 there, then the bottom 2 there, and then what ties it together is our aliens. And then we're gonna jump in. These are our 4 covers right now. Okay. The left, your left, you have let's go. I'm bad with these names though. They're Hokoigin. He's kind of like the penguin bear monster. The second cover right here on the building, that's our man beast, the metal beast relinquished. I have a soft place in my heart for him because that is my part of this story. In the middle there, over kind of looking like he's taking a hit out of a gravity bong. That's our Aztec monster, our Aztec Ferret. I like him. His story is a badass.
That's an atomic gravity bong.
Right, there's an atomic gravity bong. That's the story's Travis Gibb, and the writing is Ignacio de Meglio. Hokian, the penguin bear, is Greg Marquin, done by Ian Miller, the talented Ian Miller. And then Chupara, where you see the hand in the hand, that's that's our buddy Alan Johnson and our buddy Lee Reece, who worked on that story, and that's Lee Reece's cover right there. And then we're gonna, again, like we talked about, you guys get to pick the champion. You decide. And it's going to be really dope, but we're going to talk about this real quick. Now, I know the penguin bear, he kind of looked like a chicken duck. And, yeah, he kind of did. Phil, are you ready?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to play this video, and then Phil's going to do his thing, and I think you guys are going to really enjoy it. This is going to give you an idea of what Greg and Ian Miller put together for Hokoigin.
In the year 2009, a mysterious creature was found in the Arctic Circle. Years later, the creature known as Haikoyogen escapes a research facility and terrorizes a nearby city.
Phil, can I tell you I love you? All right, again, Greg Moquin, and Ian Miller. I can say Demeglio, but I can't say I'm terrible. Like Phil said, a mysterious creature, half penguin, half bear, all badass. That's our first monster. This is his cover, close up. I love what Greg did with the rear view mirror kind of effect. So that somebody driving away and sees all the shit going on behind him, and it's just I'm out.
I'd be driving away.
I think we all would, right? All right. Then we're going to see a little bit of the interior sample. Pops, remember when we talked about
in the mirror are closer than they appear.
We missed that opportunity to put that on, but I think we still have an opportunity to do that for the actual covers. So I think that's happening for the actual covers. So you read our minds. Remember, Pops, when I told you that the humans, not so much good for them?
Yeah.
Okay. So security guard, right? Oh, shit, something's going on. What's happening? What's happening? Oh, shit. Okay, no more security guard. So
that's ain't securing nothing now, buddy.
Nothing is secure. Okay, the only secured thing is some badassery. So we appreciate that. Okay. Then now we're going to move into The Metal Beast, Relinquished, written by Mr. Chris McCauley, who has an impressive resume, illustrated by myself, and colored by the electric crayon Phil Leon, and letters. I think the whole book is lettered by Jerome Gagnon.
Yeah, I believe so.
You ready for this one, Phil?
Sure. A military experiment gone wrong creates a fusion of man and machine. The enraged beast leaves a trail of bodies behind him as he seeks revenge on his creator. Boom.
We got to have a lot of fun with this. Chris is a great writer, and in talking with him, he gave me the outline, he gave me the script, and he said, go crazy. And just make it violent, make it bloody. And that's, I think, a note now that we're halfway through talking about the books. This isn't a kid's book, kids. It's just not. There's a lot of violence. There's a lot of blood. There's a lot of people getting maimed and stuff. And that's before the monsters get into it with each other. So lots of hot, violent action ready for y'all to happen. Again, a lot of you may know this. Here's the variant cover for Relinquished. This one I penciled, inked, and colored. I actually did the trade dress on all the books too. So you guys get a look there. I kind of, Kaiju, King Kong, I kind of want to get that vibe. And Pops, does that plane look familiar to you?
A little bit.
Okay. That's especially with Top Gun out right now. That's an F-14D F-14D Tomcat. I modeled it off the G.I. Joe Sky Striker because that's what it was modeled after. But it was also a little bit of an homage because I'm literally 20 minutes away from 3 different F-14D Tomcats because it was made here on Long Island where I live. So I've literally sat in front of one for a little bit just to kind of get an idea how to draw the damn thing. You know what I mean? So that was a lot of fun for me.
Soak in the majesty.
That's it, man. Oh, bro. When you sit in it with, like, seeing one on TV is one thing. When you sit next to one of these damn things, my God. So I was excited. I'm happy.
They're not that big.
No, and you really have to be Tom Cruise size to fit inside one of these things.
Yeah.
Like I could never fit in one of these things. I might be able to get
I don't know if his head'd fit in one of those things, man.
I couldn't get before or after. Forget it. We're not going to talk. And then with a little bit of the sample of now remember violence. We got some stuff going on. Remember these were black and white, and then Phil came down with his crayons and he knew exactly what I was throwing down. This is actually my favorite part on this panel. I did the speed lines. I forget how I did the speed lines, how I colored them. Might have just been black. And then Phil's like, nah. And he puts the yellow down, and it just really accentuates it. It really gives it that little extra. And that's throughout the whole book. Little things getting accentuated. Everybody Alan's idea was everybody to not just compromise, but collaborate and talk to each other. And that's what we did. We all talked to each other. We all kind of, picked each other's brains and gave each other leeway to do little things to really get our own grooves on. And it really, really helped. So I was very, very, very happy with that. And then the general, not so much. So that is relinquished. And now we're going to go to the cover you like, Pops, the hungry beast of the Amazon himself, Ferret. And then we're going to go that. This is written by Mr. Travis Gibb and colored by Ignacio de Meglio, and also lettered by Jerome Gagnon. Phil, you ready, buddy?
Sure. Throw it at me. A small military group of men and women, all armed to the teeth, walking into a burning rainforest. Locals are running out of the way. Behind them, large logging trucks barrel down a path. The team has no idea of the beast that awaits them. Whoa.
Again, I think we all know the names on this book. Super on this and part of the book, I should say. Super talented, and they really took a nice twist on something that could have been a little easy to do. You know, army goes in, maybe they're stealing the gold. No, they're trying to get the wood. They're trying to take a part of the rainforest, and atomic gravity bomb monster just doesn't stand for it. I'm sorry, I keep
having it, man. He's not.
He's not. And then we go to the cover, and when I first saw this cover, when he gave it to me, it didn't. Again, like I said, I did the trade dress on the cover. He's just like he's staring into the microwave, like, where's my food? You know, but this cover is such a badass. Max, was it you that was talking about the lighting?
Yeah. How the lighting actually saves it from being a muddled mess of brown.
But it turns into a whole page of awesome.
Yep.
And the 5 pages that involve this story are like this, where the lighting just really just is its own character in the story, and it's really dope. I absolutely love it.
That's
I love all this. There you go. I actually, funny story.
I love you, man. But
I get you.
That cover's cool. Awesome.
I feel that. I understand. Don't worry. I understand. So I'm only backing Mary on digital. No, I'm not.
That's fine.
No, it's not true. What's Your Face has a cover, so I'm done. You get a peek. You guys can kind of see what I'm saying about here. Just the colors and the way he lit everything, the trees and everything like that. And it's kind of very old school. Got that old school Marvel feel, like from the 70s. Kind of like the way I set up my panels and stuff, you know? And I do like the way the lettering is done for the name also. It's just a lot of fun.
Hungry Beast of the Amazon.
That could be a Hasbro game, like Hungry Hungry Hippos sequel. You know?
Ninja Bimbos versus zombies from deep space.
Yeah, I dig that shit. And then we go into Henry's imagination. This is Chupara. He's based off La Chupacabra from my people's days. And this is, again, Alan Johnson, our boss, and Lee Reece, colored, again, by this guy named Phil Leon. Now, you will notice that some of these pages aren't colored. It's because Phil is currently laying down the colors.
I have some.
We'll get to that, Phil. We'll absolutely get to that. But Phil's laying down some pretty mean colors on this. Like, this might be some of his best work. It really might be. It's like really exciting. Like the stuff that he's doing with this stuff. It's like, it's like, Phil, where are the pages? I'm like, let him do his thing. He's like, Phil's on a rhythm that it's like I've never seen before, and it's really cool. And are you ready, sir?
Okay, let's.
He's not ready. You ready?
Yep.
Oh, we're doing that one? Okay.
Henry's mother, Jessica, is forced to take Henry with her to work one day. Upon arriving to the office, Jessica's boss, Frank, already annoyed with Jessica's increasing tardiness, makes Henry feel unwelcome. This causes the monster in Henry's imagination to go haywire and fight the monsters Jessica's boss had created with his thoughts of wanting harm to come to Henry.
Again, the 4th story, Chupara. Again, this cover will be in black and gray. And it's kind of ominous there. The child, now that you know the backstory with the child's hand and things like that, really exciting. Again, a sample of those colors that Phil's been throwing down. Lots of just great stuff going on in here. That just has a whole King Kong kind of monster vibe. I dig that so much. The hand on the screen, and then really quickly we're going to talk about rewards here, guys. First off, you can always pledge with our reward if you wanted to. We'd appreciate it. Just support us, help us out. We would really appreciate that. For $4 or more, you can get the Kaiju Mania digital copy. You get a digital copy of the book. $8 or more, you get the digital deluxe. The reward provides a digital copy of the book plus original sketches of each monster in Kaiju Mania. $10 or more gets you the standard physical copy. We saw that with all 4 monsters and the spaceship, and you get the digital copy of the book. Each monster's book is $15 or more, so you can get the variant one. Say it again, Phil, for me, because I can't say it right.
Hey, Kojo-Jin.
There you go. Thank you. I appreciate that. For $15, you can get that and a copy of the digital. You can get for $15 variant cover 2, my guy, Relinquished, the Metal Beast. For $15 or more, Towerette, our atomic hippo there, or cover 4, Chupara, our lion rhino, for $15 or more. Now, I got this up here for $25 or more. If you can't choose, because that happens. Sometimes you can't choose which monster you want. Cool. Double up for $25. Get 2. Pick 2 covers. And not only that, you get the whole digital as well. So you don't have to, those books don't have to be readers. You can just get your 2, save them nice and crispy, and have that digital read. So it works out for you. And then we scroll down a little bit farther for you. And we're going to talk about, scroll. For $50 or more, this is kind of like the first retail vendor package, but this is also a good collector's package as well. You get 4 physical copies of each cover, the standard cover and the variant covers, plus you get a digital, I believe, as well. So that's 25 books, right? Wait, no, that's not good math. Sorry, 20 books. Sorry, I was doing bad math because I'm not a mathematician. 20 books for $55. Resale, collect, whatever you want to do, all sorts of good stuff. There's then also, we'll scroll down because I want to show you guys some of
I draw the pictures. I don't do the math.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Pretty pictures.
Our Monster Mash tier right here. Okay, you get all physical covers, a framed photo, a digital copy of the book, 4 original sketches, a magnet, and a t-shirt. I mean, damn. That's a lot of bang for your buck. That's a lot of monster for your buck.
That's a lot of kaiju.
Yeah, I'm telling you. It's kaiju that's like spilling.
Is the t-shirt white?
I believe so.
Uh-oh.
Gonna get blood on it.
Yep.
And then for our retailers that are out there.
So you can see the blood, man.
Fair. So you can get these books into your shops. And if there's any retailers out there, give us a call. I'll connect you with Alan if you want to do whatever you got to do with this. But this is a great retailer's package right here. For $160, you can get 10 of each cover. So that's 50 covers for $160 for you to hang up, put up in your shop. And you know what? Depending on where you are, I got a ton of local shops by me, and I know you guys are listening. I'll be more than happy to come down. I know Ian Miller's around here too. More than happy to come down and start talking and doing signings and stuff. Like, we are available here for you folks. We just want people to get these books in their hands. Okay? We plan to fulfill by September. But as we stand right now, we are 3 days in, $669.
Oh, so close to 666.
Right? So just missed it. So many wonderful 24 wonderful backers where we love each and every one of you, and we want more people on the team. Jump in with us, folks. We got a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if there's been, because I've been on the main page, I don't know if there's any questions in chat or anything like that. But Travis, I have been talking about you in this book left and right. You wrote the hippo story, and I just said some really nice things about that. So,
the atomic hippo.
The atomic gravity bong hippo. Hippo? I got you back. No, that's actually. Look. All bias aside, because obviously I love my own story. The hippo story is pretty dope. I actually love the way it's written. I love the way it's drawn. And I'm actually, maybe 10 years ago I would have been mad at Max for choosing his cover over mine, but I would have chosen that cover too. That cover's pretty badass.
The thing is, I like the cover, but my favorite kaiju, and I don't know if it's just because I've seen it so much and Phil's been coloring it lately, is the lion rhinoceros thing.
Rhino?
Yeah, the rhino. Because his colors on it are just fucking
it's absolutely
amazing.
Fire. And in fact,
the color on the other kaiju.
Pops,
I'm not going to say what it is, but the other kaiju is just awesome.
Phil, you should show the colors that you're doing so far on that right now, because they're just absolutely amazing if you can. Well, and Pops, while he's doing that, do you have any questions, comments, deep thoughts, concerns?
Do I have any questions, comments, deep thoughts, or concerns?
It's a pretty wide open door, I know, but hey, it's been a while. We haven't been in the same room in a minute. I figured, what the hell? Let's go. Let's have some fun with this. I'm excited.
Yeah, I've got those pulled up for you if you want to.
Let me see. I would say, other than Travis, no, I'm kidding.
Wow. All right. I did stay concerned.
He knows what's up. He knows what's up. I have a bunch of his in my filing cabinet that I haven't burned.
Look, really quick, I'm giving Travis. First off, he's a great writer. Travis is an amazing champion for indie comics too. If there's anybody who fights for indie comics as a creative, Travis is that guy. And I'm gonna be honest with you, anybody who can be talking right now after spending 4 days at MegaCon, more power to you. Because I know the Monday after New York Comic Con, I'm a dead body.
Dude, I was surprised that Trevor was like, "Yeah, I get off the plane at 1. I'll come out." I was like, "Get the fuck out!"
No, that's because he's young. That's
he's got that vitality.
Yeah, and once you put a 4 or a bigger number in front of your age, that's not happening.
As life beats you down a little farther, you know.
Right, exactly.
Like, I just got off the plane 3 days ago. I might be able to do a show.
I got about 18 months, and then I have to put a 6 in front of mine. And
I'm telling you, I got you. I understand, man. I mean, I'm not there, but I understand. Because I feel like there's a 12 in front of mine, man. I feel like I'm in the triple digits some mornings.
Oh, man, look at my life.
Anyway, Phil, what do you got going on here?
Yeah, I got to keep
that
this
one
show
page
going, guys. I got to keep the show going until Joe D gets here.
Joe D
McFee. He just launched Amazonia number 7, number 8.
Okay.
So so trying to
Phil's
keep
got plenty.
going until
We're
it
good
gets
like
out.
that.
Phil's got plenty of covers.
You know how that goes.
Phil's got plenty of colors, and I got the covers too. If you want to see those,
yeah, I want to.
Since they are anthologies, I'm gonna give a peek of some of the stuff, man. But this is the page that you see on the Kickstarter page, although fully colored and rendered there.
Get to the square, Phil.
Well, before you guys get going, I gotta go.
You gotta
Max,
go.
Thank you so much.
I've been here for an hour and a half.
You didn't go before we left. I told you to go before we left, Max.
Really quickly, before we got to let him go. But Max, congratulations, Mary Machine Gun 3. I've been number 1 on your last 3 campaigns, I think, and I'm just waiting for what is it, 6:30 your 7:30 your time, so that's 6:30 my time.
Yeah, it's 7:30 your time. Get that clicker finger.
Dude, I'm right here, bro. I'm right here. I got it. I'll be on it again. Trust me. I need more.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
Later on, Max.
Peace.
Shit, now it's like old times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to be nice to Max or kill my character off on Wednesday.
That's fair.
So basically,
he's the game master in one of my D&D.
Oh yeah. He's good at that too.
The alien thing?
He's fun, man. He does voices and everything. Phil, the only thing missing is you, man.
What were you guys doing? Playing the alien game?
We tried that, but then we ended up doing Strahd.
Well, anyway, Phil,
Not heard of
come
that
on,
one.
get to the monster, Phil. Show the monster.
Curse of Strahd.
Okay, there we go. Oh shit! Oh no! Look at all that!
God.
Watch out!
Dude,
yeah, that is the
absolutely. You're
the one that I wanted to pitch up there. I think this is a nice prime page. There's more of this goodness too, but you only get to see one of these goodnesses right now.
Yeah, Lee, pop in, bro.
Lee, Lee did a great job on this. I've enjoyed working on his line work, man.
Except for the buildings.
And let's see what else we'll give you. There's a little peek of the one that you see in the video. Want to give you a little idea of the color on that. And then coming up here soon, there's a nice Lee Reece page. I already started messing with it. I'm wrapping up the pages first, and then I will get over to this. I was doing a little testing
guys.
over here.
That's so
I need
sexy.
a size reference on these monsters.
Okay,
Size?
that's here you go.
Well, there's kind of an idea there, and There you can definitely get an idea there what the size
these guys are.
reference
Yeah,
is.
this monster and the hippo one, Travis's, are definitely big, like Aztec Temple, 10-story building, stuff like that. The tower, the one Phil can pronounce better than I can. The bear penguin, I think is a little. Yeah, there you go. I think he's a little smaller. And we took some artistic.
He didn't look that big. He was holding the car up, and he wasn't
right.
no bigger than the car.
He's a little smaller, but then we took a little artistic license with Metal Beast, and because of the serum that he was injected with, because he's the only one that started as a human and was turned into basically a cyborg. We're taking some artistic license with what Chris did, and we're doing it so that the serum that they gave him is mutating constantly. So he's getting bigger and bigger. So at first he's human size, but then once he gets to the general, he's a little bit bigger than that. And now once he's out in the forest and out and free, he's just gigantic.
Okay, what about Chicken Duck? Because
the one we just
of that chicken.
That's the penguin. That's the penguin bear. That's again, I don't know what's going on. That's a different set of writing team. I don't know exactly what they have planned for that. But
I'm just wondering when it comes time for them all to fight.
Well,
I feel sorry for the little ones.
It's either the little guy's going to be scrappy and plucky, or the little guy's
gonna get stepped on.
Right, gonna get stepped on. So it's
we'll see how that goes.
I think it's feast or famine for him. Yeah. But every group, every litter of monsters needs to have that one, the runt. So there you go.
As I always say,
the runt of the litter.
4 kites you enter, 1 leaves. You decide.
That's a perfect segue. If you jump to the screen that I have the covers for you, so everybody can get a good look at each cover. That's our
he's
buddy.
Holding the car up. He don't look that big, man.
But remember, that's where the objects and mirrors are bigger than they appear is going to help.
But I mean, you use the reference to the size of the car, and you can see he's not much bigger than the car if he's bigger than the car at all.
Again, I haven't really spoken to this creative team. So I don't know what they're planning. Maybe he's going to mutate too, or maybe
it might be like it might be like a what was it from the Super Friends? Chuck.
What I think now is probably what's going to happen, where the artistic license and the door is open for the aliens to make adjustments before the final fight. The aliens can size everybody the right way. So I don't think that's going to be a major concern because we do have the X factor of the aliens. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Then there we go. Reese's cover. Very ominous right there, and very there's a lot of shadow and mystery behind this cover. I dig it so much. And then that guy looks familiar to me. That's my buddy Relinquish right there. And like you said, he's grown up because now he's on top of a building. So I went with that artistic license to let him elevate a little bit and get a little bit bigger. At least you can fit a fighter jet in his hand. So, and I took it even a step further that the rocket launchers grew with him. So I gave him a little bit of that. So that was a lot of fun. And then that's not the cover I wanted. And then there we go. That's the cover I wanted. That's a Ferret, our Aztec monster, our Aztec fire atomic hippo, just laying waste to everything. And again, like Max said, fantastic color. The use of color is just absolutely where you want it to be. Really love this cover. Every cover is a winner for you folks, especially if you wanted to go with the OG, the original cover. Little profile shot of each monster, giving you an idea of what's to come. And again, what's to come is going to be done by Reece. He's got the pencil. He drew the nod to draw the fight. And just in chatting with him on the launch stream we had over on my Twitch channel the other night, he's raring to go. He's ready to go, and it's going to be a kick-ass time. It's going to be a lot of monster-on-monster action. I'm sorry for the way that sounded. It sounded better in my head than it did coming out. Sorry about that. But it's going to be, again, violent and fun. You're not going to have to wait half the time to see the monster, little shadows in here. Nope. You're seeing full monsters all the time, duking it out, getting it done, having a lot of fun. This book is all about fun. It's all about us being creative and working together to bring you guys a project that's just fun. And the other part about that, too, is after this is done, Issue 2 is going to be a whole nother set of creative teams run by Alan. They're going to tell the next part of this story. Who the winning monster is going to fight. What other monsters are going to come in. What side stories we're going to start doing. So there is a long-term plan for this book. And it just involves
bracket.
Yep. It's basically the next bracket. And it's going to involve bringing in even more creative people. So if you're an artist, a writer, or whatever out there, hit us up. Like, let's get you involved. Let's get the party on the road. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kaiju Mania is going to be really entertaining, and it's going to be here for a while. And like I said, all we need you to do is hit that link, check it out, and you're not going to be you're not going to be disappointed. You're going to have a lot of fun. You're going to have a ton of fun, and I just want to get the book into people's hands so bad. You know what I mean? Well, the good news about
supposed to be one panel, bro.
The good news about that, Lee, is I might know the guy who's in charge, and I might know the guy who's got the pencils for that one. So you might
even know him, Lee.
You might be in. Yeah, you might know him. You may see him every morning in the mirror, just being that way. So again, we just launched on Friday. We're 27 days to go. We have time, but that doesn't mean anything. There's never enough time. Jump in, take a look, get involved. We're just so everyone knows, we're adding more and more things. I did forget to mention that. I knew I had something since we're
looks like some wonderful people that have pledged. We're up to 24 backers right now.
Now, I forgot where my camera was. I started all my stuff traditionally, scan it in, and then ink it digitally because I don't trust the post office, and it's easier to send art digitally to Alan, who's in the Pacific Northwest. So those are my pencils on the cover. I penciled it lightly because I did it ink. I inked everything digitally, and Phil was privy on this. These are original pages. Get a good close look. What's going on there?
Oh yeah.
Stuff that's going on there, the extra violent and fun stuff. That was just more eyeball. Sorry guys, more stuff going on there. The building of the beast. Now,
thing with eyeballs today,
yeah, it's just it's a theme. So with this being me, reason why I'm showing you guys all this, I did start to ink that one a little bit because I had to get an idea going. But the thing with this is, I think I have to talk to Alan, and at some point this week, I want to add this and create like an original art tier. A one and done. Hey, for X amount of dollars, you can get either the cover or some original art from the Relinquish story. And I definitely want to try to make a Relinquish print what I'm going to use is I'm going to try to, and this is exclusive, CromCon exclusive, breaking news on Crom. The Madness. In the Madness. I'm only used to when there was one show. Damn it. Exclusive breaking news. I'm going to try to do a print to add to some of these tiers for folks.
Yeah, there's been some people that have been reaching out and that actually wanted to help and donate.
We can't talk about that yet.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but there's some stuff in the process, man. Some people have said, "Hey, I'd like to donate something to help out with the project," and that's really awesome of them.
And Travis has jokes.
I got to tell you though, that's a side story. I think that should be a side story because then that adds a little bit.
Making out with everybody because he's hitting that atomic bong.
But that's what it is. Then he could just shoot. But here's the thing: if you get a little bit of a love triangle, then he could work something out. So that might be a side story. Travis, let's have a chat. I think we can. That's an ash can. I'm telling you.
That's a whole nother mess of kaiju. Some chimera.
Way more tentacles though. Way more tentacles. Way more tentacles. I've drawn tentacles before, so I can do that. Anyway. We're going to be adding stuff to this, and we're going to be talking to people about it. And we're going to be getting excited with this. I absolutely can't wait, and I can't tell you guys how much fun this is going to be. And like I said, it's some of my better work that I've put out there. Phil is just killing it. Okay, the first time I saw the pages that Ian and that Lee had done, I was like, oh my god, like we got some skills on this book. All right, this is going to be a lot of fun. And it really has been. The whole process so far has been. I know that during the campaign, that's when the work begins. And facts, We're all busting our butts trying to get this book funded so that we can get it in as many hands as possible. But what I do want to say though is Alan's been a fantastic. I'll just say boss because it's the easiest word. It's just you run ideas by him, we talk about it, we figure it out, but we're all collaborating because that was his kind of big thing with us. Let's collaborate and tell a story together in different parts and then tie them all together.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. He
Greg
can
announced it already. Anyhow.
Don't
Okay,
say
cool.
raffle, dude. Don't say raffle. Don't say.
It's the terminology, but it's going to be part of the. It's going to be the part of the Kickstarter.
I mean, you can give it away, but don't say you're raffling it off because then they frown on that shit.
True. Let's do it.
Right. Exactly.
Lee.
Is he here? Is Lee here? Because that would be great.
Was just him that left that message.
No, he said he can't come out. He's busy, but he's gonna annoy you guys from the chat. He said.
That's fine.
Yeah, Joe did bring fire with that painting, and we're gonna be putting that together. I think we're gonna talk about that later tonight on the launch stream for Mary Machine Gun, and we're gonna talk about that.
Call it a backer reward.
Yeah, that's what it's a reward.
Person's gonna win it. We don't say that other word.
It's a reward. Yeah, no,
that other word's a trigger word.
This is a new
platforms.
This is a new campaign for a lot of us, like actually pushing. So we're putting that together. I promise. But yeah, it's going to be a reward again, like much like the individual pages. You know, like one person. You know, hey, if you can want to scoop that and get it, that's a super exclusive, like one and done kind of thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, that's
your 50 backer reward.
That's it.
Phil, you know about this. We talk about this a lot.
We got it. We're gonna make it happen.
Are important because it's the amount of people that back your book, not so much the amount of money you make.
Yep. That's I learned that very much actually from the aforementioned Max Devill, and we were talking about the analytics with his Kickstarters. We were looking at it. He gave me some inside baseball with that and how he's like, I don't care if I make $1 more or $1 less, but I want X amount of people in growth because that means the book is getting seen by more sets of eyes and more people out there exponentially are seeing the product. And right now with the first book that we have right now, we definitely want to get as many eyes on it as possible. And it's why we're, left and right, we're just going to talk about it all the time because we just want to get it in people's hands, and we want people to like it so they can come back for the next one. And then I'm in the restaurant business, so the best commercial for a restaurant is when somebody loves your restaurant, and then, yeah, there you go, Travis. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Exactly. When you're in the restaurant, the best advertising you get is word of mouth. When you serve this family and they tell all their neighbors, you got to go to this place because this guy's awesome or the food there is awesome. That's what we want. That's how we're trying to translate this here. We want people to see this book. We want people to enjoy it, and we want people to tell everybody else about it and get everybody involved. And yes, absolutely, Pops. You said it absolutely correctly. Backer rewards, individual exclusive rewards for everybody. That's something that we're adding. We're basically the Kickstarter itself is a work in progress. So we're trying to grow as we go with it because you're learning on the fly is some of the best way to learn. That's how I learned to swim. My dad, God rest his soul, Puerto Rican man, when I was 6 years old, took me to we went out into the ocean. Hey, can your feet touch the ground? While we're in the water. Yeah, I'm walking. Went out a little further. Can your feet touch the ground? I'm on my tippy toes. Went out a little further. Dad, I can't feel the bottom. I can't touch the bottom. And he goes, okay, see you at the towel. Swam away. I saw my dad 45 minutes later after I drank half the ocean. But guess what? I'm 48 years old and I can swim like a fish. It helps that I'm big and I can float a lot better than most people, but whatever, that's okay.
I moved from Minnesota to Phoenix. Learning to swim became a necessity.
Right? Yeah, brother.
It didn't mean that much in Minnesota. Not that I didn't learn, but I didn't swim much.
Right.
But I could. But when I went to Phoenix, yeah, swims lots. Jim O'Reilly, how you feeling that heat, bro?
I turned on my air conditioner 2 weeks ago, so
of course you did.
There's no way I'm moving.
35 years, man. It is.
There is no shot. No shot. Yeah, my dad definitely did John Wayne me to Ferris. Absolutely. There's no shot I moved south of New York. I'm moving
you
north.
go for life
You're in the
now,
deep
bro.
south, aren't you, Pete?
I'm on Long Island where it's hot now. It's like boiling now. It's like 80, and I'm ready to die. If I could
Wow.
if I could put 2 air conditioners in my room, I would. I want to be able to hang meat in my bedroom.
That's funny. It was so cold last night. I had to shut windows and stuff. We're getting like a little cold snap again.
This one's funny because I've been golfing a lot lately.
Bro, let me tell you, Bob, you're
One
gonna love
year
this
ago
one. Really
He
quick.
swims when he golfs because he knocks them into the
water.
1 year ago today is the anniversary of the day that me and my son and his friends all shot under par as a team.
I'll be right back for a second.
It's 1 year ago today. I just shared that on Facebook. Is hit my memories, and I was like, yeah, it's a cool pick. You know, it's but we had a blast that day, man. All of us were on fire. It was like, dude, that's fun. And I used to swim a lot when I lived in Phoenix. I don't live in Phoenix no more, bro. You know, ain't too many swimming pools up here. Now we do go kayaking down the river, and sometimes that involves swimming. We do go with the big boat out on the lake, and sometimes that involves swimming, but it's not like you know, I'd rather go golfing than go swimming. I'm just saying.
I'd rather do neither. No.
I'd rather know what that means, Neff.
I'd rather make comics. I don't have time for all that stuff.
I don't even want to know what that means, Neff. I really don't. That sounds like disclaimer type stuff.
What's
D.
My apologies.
What's up, dude?
What's up, Joe?
My apologies. I drank 2 liters of water when Max came on, and it was like,
hell,
well,
now it's a part.
There he is. He
oh, now he couldn't. Now he can.
He shows up. What's up, Lee?
I won't be in a minute. I got to go. Packing for a road trip. Going up to Maine tomorrow, man.
Have fun with that, Trev. Wave hi to me when you pass New York.
Oh yeah. I'm going right through New York, so
yes, you
I'll
are.
I'll yell Pete when I ride by, man.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're going up there, just taking the family up. I've got a friend that owns a little cabin, a little lake.
Maine is phenomenal if you want to go and just unwind and unplug, because they don't care about the rush of life. They just want to relax and enjoy their state, which is gorgeous.
Just watch out for Bigfoot.
Oh, well, I'm looking
like
for
almost
it, man.
Canada.
It's southern
Looking for
Canada. It's southern Canada.
It's southern Canada.
Southern Canada.
It is southern Canada, but it's great. I'm looking for northern Canada. 30 below in the winter. That's me.
Oh yeah, that sounds
I
great.
got a friend that lives up by International Falls.
Okay.
I get weather reports all the time. Butt cold freezing, dude. Like
I'm in.
15 minutes out there.
I'm in.
Without weather gear, you know, like a human be froze up in like 15 minutes.
I haven't worn a winter coat in 4 years. Let's go.
This guy.
Let's go. I'm 6'1", 330 with a beard. Let's go.
I like not having to wear the winter coat, Phil. I mean, Pete, you
It's
guys,
okay.
goddamn.
It's not as bad as Pete does with me.
And I'm talking to Pete.
It's been a while, Pops. It's been a while. It's gotta, you gotta ease into us. Ease into us.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at Phil because how often do you get to actually see Phil?
Too often.
Not
I mean,
very.
what?
Not very.
I know, man.
Not from
It's
my
scary.
experience. Not very.
No, not very much. Because when
We
he used
yelled
to
at
be
him.
on CromCon, he didn't have the camera. You know?
We yelled at him a lot.
Savannah mystery. What? You want to feel? Do you feel better now? Do you feel better?
That's the Phil I'm used to, right there. See, that's my dude.
Comfort zone now.
So
He's
we
hiding
have-
behind his
Oh
keyboard.
God! Now I can take. Yeah.
Today we've talked about 2 that are about to launch and 2 that just launched. Joe, how's yours doing, bro?
We only been 1 day in, already funded, and hit our first stretch goal.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
And it shocked me more so than anything else. what shocked me even more so is that we funded in 56 minutes.
That's crazy.
It's awesome.
Yeah, that
So
was
these
very
guys all
crazy.
got this Kaiju project. Did you get a chance to check that out?
Oh yes, I was watching the whole show while I was, trying to get everything set up and everything.
Much appreciated. Much appreciated.
Now
Love it,
here's
love
the
it,
thing. Here's my suggestion. This is the writer side of me working here. The one duck, whatever it is, the one that you kind of call it the runt. What I would do, keeping true to kaiju history, is let that one be more like the Gamera, meaning that as long as there's hope, especially from children and everything, that thing cannot be beaten.
Well, there's two things here that we're going to talk about that really quickly that's going to factor into that. First off, the man to your left is the man with the pencils on the final fight. So that's good information for him. But remember, the final information, and the one that we'll leave you with in regards to Kaiju Mania, is once again, folks, the hook is that our backers decide who wins the fight. So the monster with the most variant issues sold will be the winning monster at the end.
Oh, that's interesting.
Exactly. So if you guys want,
place your bets.
Exactly.
Unless you're a diehard collector, then you're not no help anyway because.
Well, no. Hey, wait. I'm glad you said that, sir. There are two tiers that have multiple that you can get multiple covers, and they count as multiple votes.
Okay.
Except the only one that doesn't is the major retailer tier.
Yeah. Cover A, yeah.
So like the double cover one, the $25 tier, where you can get two covers. If you get, let's say my cover and Lee's cover, each one of our monsters get a vote. So we all win. We all win. And then Lee wins because he gets to draw the final fight. So
yeah,
we're gonna do a lot of fun. We're gonna do a lot of fun stuff with this book. It's gonna be entertaining, and you can't miss it. Well, the kids can miss it till they get a little older because it's a little.
4 kaiju enter, 1 leaves. You decide, and Lee draws it.
Just added Joe's link to the description, and it's right here in the chat. Yeah, man, you guys, Kaiju Mania.
We're excited.
I'm glad. I'm glad for you. Hope that
Thank you.
takes off.
May I ask another side question?
Excuse me?
May I ask another side question?
Please.
How many cities get destroyed?
Well, we kept it. It's 4. It's one for each monster. We're not keeping because as the monsters are doing their thing and escaping where they've been, the aliens abduct them and take the book intergalactic.
Okay.
For the battle royale.
And we also kept the only person who really, and it was my own kind of artistic license, who named the city was me, and that was in the cover. Because I wanted to give him a King Kong Empire State Building kind of thing. Because, I am a proud New Yorker. So
New York.
It's that kind of town, man. No one look. It's in real New York. Nobody would have noticed the monster climbing the building unless it affected the subways and people were late to work. It's the only. Oh, I gotta be late to work with this freaking thing up there. Come on, I gotta go to work. Nobody would have noticed. It's in true New York fashion. So, no cities were harmed. Well, one was in the Amazon, and then one was on an army base, and then the other 2 were in cities. So yeah, we really didn't get into cities too much.
I know about the cities. Lee.
Phil's been coloring buildings for days.
I'm drawing extra
gray tones,
bricks in
man.
a
Everything
building.
in gray tones.
I drew one
gray
building.
tones.
I drew one building. It took me 8 hours. Straight lines.
Yeah, I love those pages, Lee. Those are fun, man.
It's killer. It's absolutely killer.
The first page that's the one I did last, man. The very first page of that story.
That's the one that I was like, okay, how am I gonna approach this? We're not doing panels here. Okay, we're just
panels. It's all abstract.
We're just gonna separate it all out. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, that was. I showed that to Alan. That was my preliminary sketch, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, do that. That's different." So,
yeah.
Really quickly, I'm going to make this my last thing because I don't want to take up any more of Joe's time. But how awesome is it to work for Alan?
Alan was awesome, man.
Right?
He was on point. I mean, you know, did what he said he was going to do all the way from start to finish. And,
yep.
You know, I tried to return the same
tenfold.
mentality, man. So,
yeah,
you know.
Tenfold, yeah. Absolutely.
You know,
I will work my ass off for the gentleman because
yes,
I believe in the project and I believe in him. So, and
yes, sir.
That's how I'm going to leave you guys off with. Thank you, gentlemen. Pops, it was great seeing you. It was great being on air with you again. We got to do it again sometime, sir.
You guys know when we do CromCon?
Well, I actually have. I have a table at a beer fest this weekend, which is going to be great. I'm going to be selling a lot of original stuff. There goes my camera. But
I do not mind roving reporters popping in.
I'll do what I can. I'll do what I can because it is a beer fest, and this brewery is actually walking distance to my house. So I by 11 o'clock
actually drink. Is that
by 11 o'clock, I'm definitely going to be in the bag. So, but I'll do my best. But if you have any spots open on Sunday, I'd love to come on and talk about monsters.
I'll let you know.
Let me know. Gentlemen, thank you so much. I'll talk to you later. Lee, Joe, Phil, I know I'll talk to you in probably 6 minutes. Pops, again, great seeing you again. We'll chat soon, sir.
See you, Pete. I got to cut out too, guys. I got a lot to do before the sun rises.
Safe trip, my friend.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, have a good one, Lee, man.
You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys soon. Joe, nice to meet you, sir. Have a good one.
All right.
Later.
Bill.
What?
It's like old times.
this is getting back to CromCon, like very first CromCon when I was first slot.
Yep. Hold it here. We got to do this then. There we go. There now.
Now
there. You guys feel better now?
Take all the pins out of my hat.
Take all the pins out.
or at least a fourth of them. One fourth of them because you were just starting your
I
collection.
think we had like the coffin one and the Pops Van Zandt one. There's not too many. Joe.
Yes.
Do you want to share your screen, buddy?
Oh, let me go ahead and do so here. I'm up here like, hey, I'm up here wondering if they're going to share or I'm going to share. But that being stated, I'm going to share.
It's always easy. I mean, it's easier if the guest is talking about their campaign and they're scrolling at the speed they're talking than it is for the host to make the guest jump around to what they're showing or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get that. I get that aspect here, but I know how my project is because it's like if you get me started talking about certain things, I won't be talking directly about the campaign and actual tiers. I'll be talking about exactly what's coming up and what's really happening. And first and foremost, thank you because of the simple fact that I know your Monday show runs between a certain time and a certain time, and it's like, look, I don't be off of work until after this time.
I was hoping you had. I think you said like 7:30. I was like, oh come on, please come out earlier than that because Munchkin stuff.
Yeah, I mean, everything just happened to fell right into place, and it's like, yo, I'm here. Give me to this time. I was like, yeah.
And you know you're always welcome, dude. I'd have made a show for you, you know, on a different night if I had to. You know, we get you.
And then I just thought about it. I'll be right back here in CromCon. So it's like either way, it's gonna work out no matter what. Yes. But these people get to hear about some of the good things that came out of Saturday.
And if you missed a spot and you didn't get a spot in CromCon, the Monday Madness the day after is wide open for people just like you. So, you know, if you missed out on CromCon, we still got you.
Exactly. Pop's always got your back. If you really need to come out here and promote, Pop's got you. Pop's got you here. But here's the cool thing that happened Saturday.
Who did that art right there? Did you do that?
No, I didn't do this one. That was actually Victor Wilkins.
Okay.
Like I said, there's a lot of people that you probably have heard of and some people that you haven't heard of. And the cool thing that happened Saturday is the editor of the book stated that she's going to do a variant cover and going to give it away for free if we hit our funding goal that Saturday.
I heard you say, I was there when she said that. I remember.
And it happened. and I saw the preliminary artwork today.
Oh, she went right to work
but
too.
yeah, it's going to be a virgin variant. It's going to be a virgin variant that you guys are going to get. So instead of like the normals, like, hey, you want to get this poster? Hey, you're going to get, these trinkets. Is like only one stretch goal is, dealing with stickers and keychains and stuff. We already hit that. From this point forward, for every stretch goal, you gain a variant issue from the series, starting at the $2,000 level. But we'll get to that a little bit later here. But you're getting at least
saying
one.
he's giving away more books.
Yeah, getting at least one, and that is of issue number 7 from our editor Elaine Haygood. So she's doing for free. Yes, Nefarious, for free. I'm not doing that. Oh, we're going to add it to the add-ons. This one's free.
Yeah.
She said, hey, I will do it. And I was like, okay, if we hit it, because I'm up here, it's like, yeah, if we hit it, yeah, I'll do it for free. Boom, we hit it. So this is what we're talking about. And this is why I feel that, one of the key things, especially when you do alternate covers, how many stretch goals? I believe we go all the way up to 5K. So since people are already looking at stretch goals, let's scroll down to stretch goals here. And we can talk about all the
Neff is out. He's notorious for taking you out of your game and taking you to a different spot on your campaign to look at. But as you can see, Neff, there's all kind of stuff here.
So, like I said, since we already hit the $1,000 mark, the chromium, the hollow stickers plus the keychain already unlocked. At $2,000. The C2E2 Bombshell Comics #1 variant for issue number 1. That unlocks and you get that for free as long as you are a physical backer. At $3,000, the Kickstarter variant for issue number 6 for free. At $4,000, 10th anniversary #1 standard cover, free. $5,000. 10th anniversary #1, the homage cover to the original #1, which is out of print. Free. No questions asked. Anybody who backs physically gets it. And this is not a consideration of all the other variants that are add-ons.
So if
you get close to 5,000, I'm going to add some more stuff here.
If it gets to
because
$5,000,
I haven't done a variant as of yet for this issue. I only did the standard cover. I haven't done a variant. I already have one
$5,000, you get all in
custom cover so far, and I know another one is going to come through soon because they told me. So I know I have to draw 2 custom covers, and that's limited to 5 people. So there's a lot of things going on. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to hit goals so fast, and we're just going to be marketing to be like, hey, play this up. Let's see how far we could go.
So you get 5 books. Or 5 books if you get to $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's gonna get 5 books.
Five variants.
You won't get this one.
No, they won't get that one.
You won't get this one.
No, that's an example of a custom cover that you can get at $200 on this campaign. Yep. And you have your choice off of issue number 4 or the 10th anniversary #1. The one person that already bought one of these, I'm going to give him a 10th anniversary #1.
They are variant covers of #1. 10th anniversary edition. It says what each one is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. It's not additional story. It's
not additional stories. No.
It's the variant covers from #1, the 10th anniversary edition.
Right. The key thing about the 10th anniversary edition, 10th anniversary has the reprint of the original #1.
Right. And then if you scroll back up,
the original
scroll back up and say what
#1
each one is. Scroll back up and say what each one is. So we get
Hey guys, I hate to, but I have to bail. I have another show that I have to pop on that I forgot about. Man.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Did not forget about Max's launch. Bye.
All right, I'll catch you guys later, man.
Okay.
Thanks for having me on, Pops. Good to see you, Joe.
Not a problem here, Phil. Have fun on the other show. Okay, so already from the jump, we got 4 here, not including the one that
C2,
to promise
the
everybody
C2E2
for
2019
hitting on
variant of number one, the C2E2.
that's the
Bombshell
C2,
Comics
that
variant of
2000.
number one. That's the 5th anniversary.
That's the 5th anniversary,
But it's
licensed by
number one,
Bombshell,
right?
licensed by Bombshell Comics because they wanted the more riskier one.
But it's number one.
It's still not Amazonian number
it's
one.
Amazonian number one. So it is a different story. Now,
No,
it's the first one in the series.
It's still the first issue of Amazonia.
Yeah. You'll see the next one is number 6.
Right.
Okay. So you're going to get number 1, number 6, and then you're going to get another number 1 and another number 1.
Yeah.
They're different covers.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Now, the difference between 5th anniversary and 10th anniversary is 10th anniversary has the original Amazonian number 1 from 2008. The one for 2008 is out of print, mainly because, like I said, when Comixology accepted the Amazonia series on their platform, they wanted me to redraw the whole issue number 1 because it didn't fit their platform. So I did that. It got accepted, and instead of having 2 number 1s like that, we took the one from 2008 out of print. And that one that we sent to Comixology became the de facto number 1 from that point forward. And that one was always labeled 5th anniversary. So
you get 3 variants.
It's kind of confusing because you have to ask me about the timeline. And when people buy the series and they get it from 5th anniversary number 1, and then they see 2 and 3 and then come to 4, and it's like, why is there an art difference? It's because 2 and 3 was done way before that 5th anniversary number 1 was done.
Right.
So when they go back and it's like, oh, this is nice, and then it's like, why did the art degrade? And then it comes back is because 2 and 3 was done before. That's like a lot of people who are up here asking, am I going to go back and do 2 and 3? It's like I probably will end up doing 2 and 3 again once we get into doing collected volumes for that story arc. But for now, we're leaving it as is. That's something to look forward to later on down the line here.
So can you get 1 through 7 on this campaign and add-ons? You can get all 2, 3, 4, 5.
You could do it either via add-ons, or you could do it right here,
right there,
with $35 physical and digital of all 7, all on standard covers. So for 30, and that's why I say it's like you can't beat that with a stick. 7 books, $35. So that's like, kind of like,
and you can get them all right there, Neff. You can get them all right there.
Yep.
And then if you want those variants and stuff, it's like.
Yeah, and it's like if you just the issue number 7 and the variants, we broke it down where you can get like, if you want the Steph Wilson one, that's $25. If you want the Daphne Lage one, that's $25.
Daphne, we love Daphne.
You want the Victor Wilkins, that's $15.
Yeah, I like that one. I think I didn't see that one the other night. I don't know how I missed that. I don't know.
Yeah, so we
trying to watch too many shows at once. You know what's up.
Yeah, and if you want all 4 of them, just for issue number 7, if you want all 4 of them, it's $55. Like I said, I tried to. One of the things that I really hate about crowdfunding is that I feel that a lot of people price people out of campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
I have to understand. Yes, they're investing in the project, and I get that you're paying a premium. But the difference between what I do and what others do here is that I put skin in the game, meaning that I'm taking that risk, paying off all the artists, the editors, and everybody that's a part of it. I try not to go out to crowdfunding to do that. The only thing that I come out to crowdfunding to do is printing. So why people up here asking like, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I could come out here and ask for $500. And because I could ask for, only asking for $500 typically covers, printing costs for, my normal readership that's already on crowdfunding, which is normally anywhere between 25 to 50 people. Anything beyond that is gravy. I could reinvest it in the next book or take it to many different shows. It's a lot of stuff that I could do beyond that, but that's the real reason why I do what I do here. It's not the fact that it's not the fact that artists are not getting paid or anything. That's my risk. As publisher, that's my risk that I have to take. I'm planning to get my reimbursement by building this IP up where it becomes mainstream, where we can start venturing into other things like t-shirts and mugs and all this other merchandising stuff. For me, the books is proof of concept. I want the stories to go out there. I want people to enjoy the stories enough to be like, hey, I want that on a lunchbox, so I could go and start telling other people how great this story is.
Mm-hmm.
See, when people really love your stuff, they don't mind wearing it on a t-shirt or wearing a hat,
hanging it on their wall.
Or have it on the wall. See, that's the key thing. It's like sometimes we put the cart before the horse. We're up here. It's like, oh, we got to get the t-shirt made, we got to get the hat made, but yet nobody knows your characters like that. Build the hype first for that character, and then the rest becomes easy.
Yep, just gotta have fun.
Yep, that's the fun part. To me, the fun part is making the books. Making the books and then talking to the people about what do you think and how what you would like to see and stuff like that. And the key thing about issue number 7, I introduced 2 new characters in issue number 7 that plays a vital part of the mystery.
Before we go in, let's go back in time. Tell everybody like the basis of the story. Let's go back in time. Where she come from, how she's evolved into where she's. What they're about to buy. You see what I'm saying?
Okay. You've seen the video from the other day, right? You want me to play that because that's the best way. That's the best way for me to kind of put it, and I could put it in better perspective afterwards.
We definitely want people to see all of it, Joe. Yeah. Everything. So.
Previously in Amazonia.
Well, this is it. My first day, it doesn't feel any different from years ago. But people change, don't they? Oh well, I guess it is time to find out. Will people accept me now? Was it the right decision to leave LLD? Oh well.
Turn it up, Joe.
I just got to make the best of it.
With that said, welcome to your first and maybe last day here at FPD Squad. I'm Captain Turk, your boss. Detective Parsons is your backup commander to our unit. You probably already met some of the other members. This meeting was called to give you the speech I gave you. Also, Parsons will be filling you in on the next assignment later on today. However, you will be in full charge of this mission. If you are not successful, you are out of here. Got that? I have no room for wannabe Amazons in my SWAT. In the meanwhile, break in your office and get settled. You won't be here for that long. You two are dismissed.
That was Mayor Huntley. He invited me to tonight's gala. I couldn't get out of it. If someone recognizes me, then it's all over. I am not taking all the credit for this one. Meet me at this address at 8 p.m.
Well then, I am Tyler Charles. I am kind of a multifunctional businessman who has interest in many different industries from communication to farming. I would like to just say that you two did good work out there today. One of the many industries I have interest is law enforcement. One of my companies builds and provides equipment such riot gear, bulletproof vest, and taser guns for the Angel Falls PD. In a way, I am overly concerned about our police.
Yes, we go a long way back. Actually, to grammar school, to be exact. Anyway, I see that your parents are here too. No? Silly? They are over there at that table.
I then try to step in front of them in defense of Terrence. However, the people wouldn't stop. They only called me names like everyone at the school does. But that didn't faze me one bit. I begged them to put an end to this and to leave him alone. But it didn't work. That when one of them pulled out a gun on Terrence and me, Terrence with little strength that he had begged me to let them be it was worth getting shot. He begged me to let them do what they were going to do with him to keep me safe. But something in me snapped after hearing his plea.
And our lucky winners of the week are Welch and Lieutenant Masters. Unfortunately, you two got the easy task of escort duty. Lieutenant Masters and Welch have the distinct duty of escorting Tyler Charles. It was a special request that came through the mayor's office and the commissioner.
Excellent and ahead of schedule. Good work. Please give it to the butler. He has made arrangement to ensure safe arrival of the samples to Dr. D. Ho's laboratory staff.
And now issue 7 of Amazonia.
And that is pretty much it. It is a slice of life crime drama based upon Elisa Masters, who from birth doesn't know her mother's side of her heritage, which is dealing with a legendary breed of Amazons from South America. However, because she doesn't know that, she pretty much, lives the way that she lives here and try to adjust to people however they treat her. So as you saw in the trailer, going back to issue number 5, we actually talked about the incident that caused her to leave Angel Falls in the first place, which was the thing that happened at the prom. So issue number 1 takes place when she first comes back to the city to start her first day at Angel Falls PD SWAT. And from there, you get introduced to all the other characters, from Captain Turk to Tyler Charles, who you met in this trailer, who is the main antagonist here. Pretty much he has his mitts in everything in that town. However, things are not what it seems. It's like he's not the only main focal point of somebody that can cause harm to the city. And number 7 takes that into consideration, and two more players to the game gets introduced here. So we don't really know who's the real villain at this point. The only thing I can say is you have to read issue number 7 to see what actually happens.
So what about her herself? I know she's big and everything. Does she have any kind of powers that she is or is not aware of? Or anything?
Well, we start talking about that in issue number 3. One of the main things that she specifically states in continuity of the story is about how she fits into normal rooms and normal buildings. And one part of it is that in this universe, there's a ordinance that at least the first level of each building must accommodate for those that are considered not really impaired, but unordinary, which means like somebody like her being 18 foot tall is like most buildings have to take in consideration of people like her. However, one of her powers is that she warps space around her. So when she actually walks into like a normal room with normal sized doors and everything, it looks like she's going in through the door normally, but she's literally warping the space around her to create that illusion that she is really doing it without causing any damage. That's just one of her powers here. And again, she does not know the full extent of what she can do because of the simple fact that she doesn't know what her true origin is.
Cool. So there will be more.
That she got super strength and everything like that. This issue, you find out another thing that she has. I'm not going to ruin it here, but it's kind of like one of those things where she just doesn't go out and flaunt what she can do. It's just more along the line. She just wants to be treated normal type deal. And you can't be normal when when you're superhuman. That's
all
the way
we want. We want to be treated normal.
Yep. I mean, you want friends, you want all this other stuff, but you don't want to scare them too.
My problem is the definition of normal keeps changing.
Exactly.
So you launched this on Brian's
Saturday.
channel the other night?
Saturday evening during my normal live stream for Fernandes Small Press Publisher.
Oh yeah, and you have
Brian K. Morris hosting it for an hour.
It's fun to watch. I like Brian; he's a good dude. So what kind of plans you got? What kind of appearances you got lined up? I know Neff has a show.
Well, right now, I'm doing CromCom this weekend. I got TED Talks on that Tuesday following CromCon. That following Monday, I'm supposed to be on Raging 2.
Mhm.
And that's pretty much it at this point. So far. I'm still working.
RJ. Yeah,
See, that's the thing. There's one problem with that. Because I work a 9 to 5.
There's not a problem. RJ doesn't.
I try to work with people who can work with me, and some people
RJ does
like
the
they're doing
evening
the
show.
day. And it's like I can't do it unless I have leeway to take time off.
No, RJ does the evening show. You can get
Okay.
on RJ's show anytime.
Yeah.
I think Neff shows in the evening. You know.
Yep.
I moved mine to the afternoon a long time ago. Remember when I first started?
Oh,
I
yeah.
picked Monday because Monday night football. Right? It was like I picked it because of Monday Night Football, right? It was like I knew the people watching my show wanted to watch my show. They weren't, you know what I mean? Is like so I picked a night where there's a huge draw somewhere else, you know. But then before I knew it, there were 10 other shows, comic shows Monday night, and it was like, man, I got and not only that, but I moved to the afternoon because there's a possibility of catching the Australians early in the morning,
Exactly.
the English late at night, and all the Americans all the way across country. You know, it's pretty much like kind of earlier prime time.
You just remind me. I got a show in Japan sometime during this campaign too. Give me 1 second here. I almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you reminded me about that.
Yeah. That's part of it. It's like, you know, I moved my show to the afternoon so I'd catch those early morning Aussies and late night, you know, Europeans.
Yeah, so on the 1st of June, I'm going to be doing a show on. Well, it's going to happen in Japan in their morning, but it's 7:00 my time.
Right. Who shows that?
The person is called Bissy Tandem. She's the one that runs it. And the name of the show, I forgot what the name of the show was called here.
You just make sure you drop the link anytime you're live anywhere, man. You drop that link in the Madness so we know it. You know, always let us know, Joe. Got to drop it in the Madness. We want to see this as it
happens
as you move forward. You know, as you add more stuff to it as it goes forward. As people like Elaine drop something new on you.
I can't. She's actually going to start filming the time lapse of that cover.
Covers though, the previous ones that she did for you.
Oh, that I can do. We can. I have that thing right here.
Yeah, you guys.
I can't prepare. I can't prepare it. Now this is her alternate cover for 10th anniversary #1. So that's, you know, Elisa on a playing card, and the back of it is the back of the playing card. And this is her alternate cover for issue #6.
Yep. There you go.
And what she's planning to do for issue #7 is going to be more akin to like how Alex Ross have like the portrait pictures. So that's the plan as of right now.
Cool.
Now, some of the other alternate covers that are add-ons are like the Christine Brunson version of issue #6, her version of 10th anniversary #1, and then we have the 2019 C2E2 variant edition of #6. And then we have the Adrian Adams colored by Christine Brunson. This is the C2 2016 variant issue of Amazonia #4.
Dang, that was cool. I like that.
Yep. And then let's see, we got. Oh, for those who want to see it up close, this is what the 2019 Amazonian #1 C2E2 Bombshell comics cover looks like. This is here, it live in action here. I have this one bagged and board just to be on the safe side here.
Keep it that way.
This is what the Kickstarter version of #6 looks like. So we do have them on hand. So trust me, if we get that far, we get that far. There's the one that you would get at 5,000, which is the 10th anniversary #1 there.
Nope. Hold up. Let me big in that. There you go.
Yep. That's the 10th anniversary. That's the one that you would get at when we hit $5,000 here. And then, like I said, at the $200 level, you could also have me to draw you customs, just like the one that Pop showed you that he had. This is, that's the Lady Dharmasu one that we have on a sketch version of 10th anniversary #1, and there's the John Byrne tribute to Sensational She-Hulk #1 on the sketch version of issue #4. As of right now, I have one person that partaked in that, and I'm going to be doing a tribute to an X-Men issue. So it's going to be interesting because it's a good take. It's a good take on it.
Well, Joe, thanks for coming out, man. I just had a munchkin over my shoulder tell me that dinner is ready.
Yeah, Pop's got to eat, people.
Yeah, Pop's
if Pop don't eat, he don't have no energy to do this stuff here. So
yeah,
again, if you want to know more, come out to CromCon this weekend. I got a spot in CromCon. I'm here to answer any more questions and everything like that. And Neff, hopefully I answered all your questions about all the alternate covers and what stuff is out there for free and what stuff is going to be out there as an add-on.
Now you're going to be joining us for the kickoff show on Sunday.
I think I got the kickoff show on Sunday, and I think it was a Saturday
night at 6:30 Eastern. Saturday night, 6:30 Eastern. So you'll see Joe twice over the weekend, yo.
Yep. So Sunday, I'm just going to be having fun talking about what good comics we got in our collection. However, Saturday's going to be the thing here, and it's going to be weird because normally I come on and be like, hey, I don't have a Kickstarter campaign, but I got a sales code for you you can buy books. This is going to be primarily Kickstarter.
It's about promoting no matter where you're selling your books at. If you got books for sale somewhere, you come out to CromCon, you tell everybody. It doesn't have to be a campaign. It's like, look, I got these on my little .com. I got books for sale. Then that's how we sell your book. Just let us know where your book is. That's the game. You know, we promote. Joe, it's always good talking to you, bro.
It's great being here on the Madness and talking to all the people in the Madness. I just wish more people would say hi.
Yeah, we you know, I'm actually a little later than I usually am. We usually close it down about 6, but you got out here before the end. You got out here before the bell, so you know we covered you. You know,
all right.
And like I said, I'll see you again this weekend. Have a great night, bro.
Same to you, Pops. Have a good one, Madness, and see you Saturday and Sunday.
Peace. Let's see, where did I leave off on the commercials? Oh yeah, right there. We had Kaiju Mania earlier. Now we got Kaiju Killers.
In a world ravaged by monsters, a new evil has risen, poisoning the land and threatening humanity. Now, the Monster Matador, along with the meanest and baddest kaiju killers, have joined forces to kick its ass. Monster Matador, Afropocalypse.
From author Brian K. Morris comes a tale of irreverent holiday horror, told with much inappropriate humor. Dr. Victor Frankenstein creates the spirit of giving himself. Ho, ho, ho. Santastine, or the post-holiday Prometheus. Available at Amazon.com. Get your copy today.
Comic Books for Kids provides comic books to kids in hospitals and cancer centers across the U.S. It's a place where we can all work together to make sure every child has a comic book. 100% of all proceeds go towards the kids. It's about making a difference, and while they're in the hospital, allowing them to fly like a superhero, battle dragons, or rescue teddy bears. We are in every state in the country and now support over 160 hospitals. Every month, we add more.
Visit